Alright chat, what's up? How are you guys doing? We're here with some Team Sonic Racing. This is going to be the last main stream for the Sonic Racing Marathon, so I'm excited for this. So yeah, we're gonna be beating the Grand Prix mode tonight. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it. And I tried streaming this last night, but I just was not feeling it. But we're here again tonight. We're just gonna start from scratch. I think now I'm actually in a much better headspace to be playing this game. So, yeah, here we go. Rouge and Vector is my first teammate, so okay. I mean, that works. I mean, even if it's for the very simple fact that Rouge and Omega, not Rouge and Omega, sorry, Rouge and Vector are both Sonic's friends. I mean, that's a good reason for them to team up. I mean, they're all friends. Actually, I don't know about Vector and Rouge. Those two barely interact, but they're both friends with Sonic, so why not? Oh, shoot. I turned a little bit too tight there. Not really a fan of the fact that, you know, even slightly grazing a wall... Why am I getting so many boost wisps? That grazing so many walls in this game, or well, no, even slightly grazing a wall, sorry, will just kill your drift. I'm not really a huge fan of that, but, I mean, it's fine, because, I mean, it's easy to avoid walls in this game, so I don't really mind that much. I think it's because it's late at night, and I might not be playing 100% right now, so yeah. Wait, I don't know if that's my cube. But, man, I gotta say, after the CROSSWORLDS trailer today, that game is looking so good. Like, I'm really looking forward to that game now. Well, I already was, but now, like, I'm just so excited for it. I love how the competition trailer for Sonic Racing CROSSWORLDS kind of had the same energy as, like, a story trailer for, like, a mainline Sonic game. I noticed, like, they kind of made that trailer in a similar way that they would make, like, one of the story trailers. And I thought that was really nice. Like, it kind of... It had a more serious tone to it, even for a racing game, and I really like that. What happened last time, don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Last stream was a disaster. Don't worry about it. I am here, the new remix was cool. Yeah, that remix was really cool. Also, what's up, Classic? Welcome to the stream. I know you're probably really happy about the Sonic Superstars track that they're adding. Like, I already talked about it a lot in the video, but dude, that track looks so cool. Like, I just love the fact that they're combining all of the zones from Sonic Superstars into one track. I guess you could kind of say that they turned the hub world from that game into a track, and you wouldn't entirely be wrong. No way! Did I just steal it? Oh my god. No way that just happened. Bro, that was insane luck on my part. Oh my god. I literally just G-snatched his invincibility. That's crazy. I didn't think I would actually get an invincibility capsule with that Ghost Wisp. Bro, get out of my way. Bro, that's crazy, actually. That was insane luck on my part. Well, it's not, well, I guess there was some skill involved, because I did have to, you know, trail him to get it, but still, the fact that I got invincibility out of that, like, wow. Unfortunately, that did put me on kind of a weird route, but I don't even care. The novelty was just so cool. Well, yeah, the Vector, we do too. Unless he was talking about... Oh, I think he was talking about us from the third person. That's funny. Because I think his text was yellow. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the Superstars track looks fire. I didn't think they would have a track from that game there. I never even considered Sonic Superstars having a track in CrossWorlds, but it makes a lot of sense. I mean, it is one of their most recent titles, same with Frontiers and Generations. Funny thing is, White Space from Shadow Generations, I actually did predict that track coming to the game. I just thought it was going to be a cross-world track and not a normal track. Because, you know, it's in another dimension and stuff. But that's actually really cool. Come here, Vector. Alright, give me that boost. Bro, why am I getting so many boost wisps? I mean, not that I'm complaining, I just noticed that I'm getting a lot of them. Whoa. Somebody right behind me. Oh, thanks for the boost. He didn't even skim me, he just kind of came in my general vicinity and I got a boost from it. That's pretty cool, actually. I actually felt that. Like, shut up, Zavok. Nobody likes you. Actually, you know what's funny? There's probably somebody out there whose favorite Sonic character is Zavok. You poor soul. There's probably, like, a Zavok fan club out there somewhere. No, Vector, this is a Grand Prix. We can't start over. Oh, shoot. Okay, we're good. I thought that was gonna hit me, but we're good. Okay, I'm locked in. Oh, no. No! Oh, that was close. I barely dodged that ultimate. Uh-oh. There's another one. Oh, my God. I think they're actually trying to... Oh, never mind. Oh, no, no, no. Stay away. I think they were actually trying to hit me just now. Oh, this was a bad spot to use it. This was a bad spot to use it. Oh, no. That was the worst spot I could have gone ultimate in. I mean, hey, I mean, that was still a net gain, but still, I was rubbing those walls just now. But yeah, the Sonic Superstars track, I wonder if it's actually going to be every single level. Like, I wonder if it's gonna have, like... Because we know that track is going to have, like, Bridge Island, Speed Jungle, Sky Temple, Press Factory, and Sand Sanctuary. I almost said Sky Sanctuary, but I wonder if we're gonna have, like, Pinball Carnival, what is it? Lagoon City, Cyber Station, Frozen Base, Golden Capital, and not Egg Station, what was it called? Egg Fortress. There we go. I keep forgetting the name of that level, but yeah, Egg Fortress. There are so many levels that start with the word egg. It's actually kind of hard to keep track of them all. Hang on, let me drink some water. I'll be right back. 100 points. Let's go. Hang on, I'm gonna drink some water real quick. Oh yeah, I never told you guys, I'm actually recovering from being sick, so I might end up coughing a few times in this stream. I'm sorry if that happened. Like, if my voice sounds a little weak, that's why. Because I'm trying not to cough. So if I sound a little weak while I'm talking, that's why. But anyways, Boo's house. Man, I can't believe we're already here. Actually, you know what's kind of crazy? In like the modern Sonic racing games, from like All-Stars Racing onwards, we've only had three, like, well, we've only had, let me count, five. Oh, I wanted that. We've only had 5 classic themed tracks. Actually, no, correction, 6. Because we've had Egg Hanger in Sonic and All-Star, no, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, which was obviously based on Death Egg from Sonic 2. Technically, it was based more on the Sonic 3 version, but I mean, the Death Egg came from Sonic 2. It's weird though, I always associate the Death Egg more with Sonic 3 than Sonic 2. But, you know, we obviously get the Sandopolis tracks in this game, so that's 3 more. There's Sanctuary Falls and Transformed, which is another track, so that bumps it up to 4. Or no, that would be 5. And now we're getting the North Star Islands from Sonic Superstars as our 6th classic track in the modern Sonic racing games. Obviously, in Sonic Drift and Sonic R, I mean, those are classic games, so technically all of those tracks are classic Sonic tracks, but like, well, what I mean by classic Sonic, I'm more talking about tracks like from Sonic 1, 2, 3, and even CD. I don't think Sonic CD has ever had a racetrack in a Sonic racing game, actually. Like, the Sonic Drift games, like Sonic Drift 1, obviously every track in that game was from Sonic 1, like on the Genesis. And then in Sonic Drift 2, you mostly had tracks from Sonic 2, with some original tracks mixed in there. And then you had, oh, and there was also a Sonic 3, actually 2 Sonic 3 tracks in there. You had Ice Cap and also the Death Egg, which, again, I know came from Sonic 2, but is based on the Sonic 3 version of that. Actually, would we count Death Egg in Sonic Drift 2 and Egg Hanger in All-Stars Racing as a Sonic 2 track or a Sonic 3 track? What would we count that as? Because, honestly, I'm more inclined to say that those would count as Sonic 3 tracks. And then the Sonic 2 tracks we had in Sonic Drift, we had like, what, Emerald Hill, Casino Night, let's see, what else was there? A Hilltop, Mystic Cave. Was that it, actually? Because I don't think they had anything like, they didn't have Chemical Plant, they didn't have Aquatic Ruin. I know they didn't have Oil Ocean, that definitely was not in there. I think those were like the main ones. They had Emerald Hill, Casino Night, Hilltop, and Mystic Cave. I think those were the main ones. Would have been cool if we had a Metropolis Zone track in Sonic Drift 2, but I mean, that game is bad enough. The last thing that game needed was Metropolis Zone, let's be real here. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. Oh, right, I guess that's to say, like, in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, we only technically have 2 classic era tracks. We have Sandopolis from Sonic 3, because, you know, they brought back Sand Road from this game, which is based on Sandopolis from Sonic 3. And then there's the North Star Islands from Sonic Superstars. And I know that's technically not the classic era, but that is a classic Sonic game, so, you know, I count it. they look more like they're based on the Sonic 3 version of Death Egg, yeah. And that's why I'm debating, like, whether, those would be considered Sonic 2 tracks, or whether they would be considered Sonic 3 tracks. Because, like, you could consider them Sonic 2 tracks simply based on the fact that the Death Egg came from Sonic 2. Or, you know, you could call them Sonic 3 tracks because it's based on the Death Egg. I mean, it's based on the Sonic 3 version of the Death Egg. That's honestly really interesting to think about. I guess it's really just a matter of perspective at that point. But yeah, I hope CrossWorlds had... Actually, yeah, those are the only two classic levels we're getting, aren't they? Like, Sandopolis and the North Star Islands. But I guess the North Star Islands, assuming they have all of the zones from Sonic Superstars, that means we're technically getting 12 zones from the classic era in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, with 11 of them being lumped into one track. Nope, you're not getting me with that, Blaze. Uh-oh, Amy. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, give me your slipstream, please. Oh, she can't get it. No! Eggman! Oh! He almost stole it from me. Get out of here, buddy. I know what you were trying to do. Also, shout out to Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing for introducing this track. Like, see, if my voice ever sounds strained like that, again, I'm trying not to cough. I'm still a little sick. I'm sorry about that, guys. So yeah, my voice might sound a little strained. And they're not using their items, great. Alright, one of you can take that. Bro, really? Come on, guys, use your items. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, come on. Okay, I talked about this during my last attempt for this stream, but I kind of wish when you were using the Burst Wisp, when you got an invincibility capsule specifically, it, like, put that in your, like, item buffer. Like, that second item slot you have, I wish it put that in there. Sonic's favorite track in this game? Oh, Whale Lagoon? It probably is. You know what's cool? I actually thought about something cool the other day. I'm like, if we're comparing this to Sonic Heroes, hang on one second. Sorry, I had to cough real quick. If we're looking at this like Sonic Heroes, you could compare Whale Lagoon to Seagate, Lost Palace to Seaside Hill, and Ocean Ruin / Ocean View to Ocean Palace. That's honestly pretty cool. It is, he said it in the TSR Twitter takeover. I think I remember that. Yeah, somebody asked them what all their favorite tracks were. I think they even asked during the Twitter takeover, so I'll ask it again here. Were they talking about race tracks or music tracks? I'm assuming race tracks, but... Actually, you know what? Let me talk about that for a second, because that's so annoying when it comes to discussing these games. Why do people call, like, music, like, tracks, you know? Well, okay, I get that, you know, music tracks, like, I get that part, but, like, when we're talking about a racing game, and I say tracks, like, it gets confusing, because that could either mean race tracks or music tracks. It gets really confusing when you look at it that way, because it's like, oh, they broke that for me. I didn't even have to use my invincibility there. I could have saved it for that, like, river. Oh, no! Yeah, no, Sonic, I think everybody saw that. But no, like I was saying, yeah, it's kind of annoying that when you're talking about a racing game, the word track could either refer to the actual levels or, like, the music, you know? It's really annoying. That's why sometimes when I'm talking about racing games, I'll just call the racetracks like courses. That makes it a little less confusing, I think. But that's just a mini tangent. Like, I remember even when this game came out, and like people, I think that's when I was first introduced to the concept of, oh, people call songs music tracks, and that's really confusing in the context of a racing game. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? That was a perfect spot to go ultimate. Oh man, that last part is so cool when you go ultimate. That put us pretty far ahead. Bro, look how far ahead I am. I love drifting through that section. Oh wait, nope, nope. Don't give me an item, I'm going for this. Alright, let's go, Amy! Thank you for the slingshot. Even if I barely got any speed off of that. It's almost better just not to go for the power type path there. Oh, yes! Nice boost. Thank you for that, Amy. You're the GOAT. That has the same energy as Have No Fear, Amy Rose is here from Sonic Adventure 2. I really like that line. Oh man, I love that track. They probably meant racetracks? Yeah, I think so. I even made a video with all their favorite tracks. You did? I never saw that video. When did you make that? Also, feel free to link it in chat. I'll watch it later. Oh, I'm catching up to, what do I even call Blaze's team? Is Blaze, Shadow, and Omega on a team? Oh, I forgot to comment on the last race where, like, we had a team with Amy, Shadow, and Silver. It was all hedgehogs. I actually really like the randomized teams in Team Grand Prix mode. I do wish there was an option to, like, pick your teammates yourself, but it is cool having random ones. It makes the Team Grand Prix mode really replayable just to see all the different combinations you can get, you know? Because some of the teams you can get are really funny. Oh, give me that. I love the fact that the invincibility capsules are blue instead of red. That is a really nice way to make them stand out from the other item boxes. And instead of having question marks, they have the sparkles inside of them. Alright, I'll just leave that behind. Amy is really far behind right now. That's not good. Alright, I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna grab the invincibility. This is technically slower, but in a race like this, you do want to grab that. If you're just doing the test drive mode, and by the way, I decided to rename practice mode to test drive mode just because I think that sounds cooler. And it kind of reminds me of the test drive you did at the beginning of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, so I decided to rename practice mode to test drive mode. Oh, nope. Not enough height. Alright, where are they at? Oh no, ultimate. Okay, we're good, we're good. Oh, was that Blaze right behind me? I think I just knocked her down a peg, though. I think I just knocked her down a few places. I think we should be good. Also, shout out to Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing again. This game really loves bringing back tracks from All-Stars Racing, doesn't it? Bro, Zavok has been right behind me this entire race. Okay, teammate. One thing I really love about this game, though, well, one thing I like is that one of your teammates will always be right behind you. Even if your other teammate just absolutely, like, sucks the whole race. Oh boy. I'm not gonna go for that again. Oh! Oh, I was looking at chat. I didn't see the invincibility. That might actually bite me in the ass in a second. Because if... Oh! Because if one of the other teams got it, then I might be cooked. I didn't realize there was another invincibility capsule. I'll give that... Oh, no! Oh, boy. Oh, shoot. No, no, no! Oh, get back here, Knuckles. Get back here! Oh, come here. Come here. It's your lucky day, Knuckles. There you go. That was cool. I, like, pulled him in. That was actually a really convenient time to get Void. Because I just pulled Knuckles in to slow him down. I did it 2 years ago? Wow, really? That was a while ago, then. Man, I feel bad for not grabbing that invincibility capsule, but evidently I really did not need it. Alright, let's move on to the last race here, Hidden Volcano. Also, whenever I move on to the solo Grand Prix, I'll let you guys help me customize Sonic's car. I think that'll be cool. Like, we'll have, like, our own custom car. And speaking of custom cars, the CROSSWORLDS beta is next weekend. I'm really looking forward to that. Because I think I might actually make a car for Sonic based on either... Actually, I'm not sure what I want to make yet. I might make a car based on Lightning McQueen. That would be fun. Or I might actually make a Jackson Storm car. That would be cool, too. Like, I could use the front of Sonic's car and the back of Shadow's car for a Jackson Storm car. That would actually go hard. Hold up. I might actually be cooking with that. How would I make a Lightning McQueen car in that game anyway? Well, I guess I'll figure it out when the time comes, but, you know. But yeah, back to what I was saying before. Hang on, let me shoot at whoever is... I think I actually got whoever was shooting at me just now. That's funny. Alright, let's see. Is he gonna reset? He did. Okay, good. Okay, I don't think they're gonna be using their items, so I'll just take one. I do think it's really annoying that your teammates will just stop using items, but I guess that's when you're... I don't know if that's by design or if that's a bug. Like, I don't know if when they stop using their items, you're supposed to take it from them, you know? Like, I don't know if when they stop using items, you're supposed to request one. Because now that I think about it, that might actually be by design. We're looking good so far, though. And I'm not going to go for the corner cut. You'll see that whenever I release the Glacierland test drive video, which should be out soon, actually. I have all the tracks recorded for it. I am going to re-record Ice Mountain. Mostly so I can do more air tricks for that track, but outside of that, I have all the footage I need for that. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, can I make it around? Okay. We're good. I'd rather go in the lava than get hit by one of the rock pillars. Also, I like how this track is like fire and ice. Almost like Sonic Boom, Fire and Ice. It's like, I like how this track is both fire and ice. Insert the say that again meme from Fan 4 Stick here. Oh, I was so scared. I thought I did that too late. Nice way to end the GP. It's funny how the initials GP have two different meanings in this series. Because obviously there's the Grand Prix meaning, but then if you're talking about Sonic Riders Zero Gravity specifically, GP means gravity points. And that's another GP. That's another Grand Prix Cup under the under my belt. Hang on one second. Alright, now on to the third cup. One thing I'm really hoping for is that I can get Sonic, Shadow, and Silver for the last Grand Prix. I really hope I can get that particular pairing. I don't know if I will, but it would be cool. Oh, this is actually kind of a cool team. Got Sonic, Rouge, and Eggman. So it's like Team Dark from Sonic Adventure 2, just with Sonic instead of Shadow. That's kind of interesting, actually. This is what everyone saw during the events of Sonic Adventure 2. Not Sonic, or not Shadow Rouge and Eggman, but rather Sonic Rouge and Eggman. This is what everybody thought was happening in Sonic Adventure 2. Oh, they're both technique types, so this is actually a net gain for all of us. That's actually good, because they're both technique types, so they can handle the ice just fine. It's kind of interesting that speed types are the only character types that don't get their own dedicated shortcuts in this game, I think. Whoa, where did I get that boost? Bro, that actually threw me off. I was like, please tell me that didn't just cost me that invincibility. But no, we're good. We got it. I love that you can see Hidden Volcano in the background. That's an awesome detail. I was like, where did I get that boost from? Oh, shoot. Eggman, help me, bro. I'm gonna go this way. Oh, dang it. I got greedy. Alright, Eggman, help me out, man. Oh, we're in top 3, so we're looking good right now. Alright, I gotta lock in for this last lap. No more playing around. Oh, actually, speaking of people getting Sonic and Shadow mixed up, that's actually really funny, because apparently in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, it seems like all of the Babylon rogues are going to be getting Sonic and Shadow mixed up. Or at the very least, Jet and Storm. I don't think Wave would make that mistake, but it seems like Jet and Storm are both going to have rival interactions where they get Sonic and Shadow mixed up for each other. Like, there's one where I think if you're playing as Sonic and you're racing against Storm, Storm will be like, "Hey Shadow, you want to team up against Sonic and clobber him on the track? I'll even let you come in second." And Sonic is like, Storm, you need your glasses fixed, man?" And I'm like, that's actually a really cool interaction between them. And then there's another one with Jet and Shadow, where I think Jet will be like, Sonic, when did you get racing stripes? Oh, you're just his boring imposter. Or something like that. Something along those lines. It's very close to that. I might be like a word or two off from what he actually said. But I'm like, how are they getting Sonic and Shadow mixed up? I do like that that's like a running, like, I love that that's a running gag throughout this series, that everybody seems to get other hedgehogs mistaken for Sonic. I'm actually kind of surprised that nobody has mistaken Amy for Sonic at this point. But, I mean, to be fair, Amy is clearly a different hedgehog. I mean, she's wearing a dress and everything. I don't really think anybody would get her mixed up with Sonic. But, I mean, it would be funny, but I don't think anybody's getting her and Sonic mixed up, not even in real life. I remember when I was first introduced to Shadow and Silver, because, funny story, I don't know if I ever told this story on stream, but funny story about Shadow and Silver. I remember I went to, like, this, like, YMCA or Boys and Girls Club or something, and we were in, like, the game room there, right? Like, most of us were really young. And I remember seeing these kids playing Sonic 06 on one of the other screens. I think they were actually playing it on, they were either playing the PS3 or 360 version. I mean, those were the only versions of that game. I think they were playing the 360 version though. And I remember seeing Shadow and Silver and thinking they were like recolors of Sonic. And I remember, and this part is important, I played a lot of Cars games at the time, so I only knew cosmetics by the term paint jobs. So I saw Shadow and Silver, and I was like, are those paint jobs for Sonic? And, well, yeah, I was like, are those paint jobs for Sonic? And bro, everybody was looking at me like I was fucking stupid. It was so embarrassing, because right after I asked that question, I was like, oh, those are different characters. Wait, why didn't that spin me? That was weird. Wait, why didn't it play the spin out animation? Sonic just kind of stopped. That was honestly kind of funny. And honestly, the lightning doesn't really matter because I am just dominating this race anyway. Alright, we're gonna go this way. Grab that. Invincibility! And I'm gonna grab that one so nobody else can get it, because I'm just a hater like that. But yeah, funny story, I used to think that Shadow and Silver were effectively recolors of Sonic. So even I made the mistake of mistaking both Shadow and Silver for Sonic. I don't recall ever confusing a Shadow or Silver for Sonic. Okay, the thing is, in my case, I do have an excuse though. I was sitting pretty far away from the TV, so I didn't really see Shadow or Silver that well. They just kind of vaguely looked like Sonic from where I was sitting. But of course, when I saw them like up close, I was like, oh, those guys are definitely not Sonic. Jet and Storm are like Gun and SA2. I think that's what they were going for, actually. I don't know if that's explicitly meant to be a reference to Sonic Adventure 2. Whoa! That was awesome. Great jump. I love those random skim boosts I'm getting. Whoa, whoa, no, 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 no. Oh, thank God that neither of those hit me. Just gonna hit the switcheroo on him. I think that's actually slightly faster. I could be wrong, but I think that's slightly faster. Oh, also, did you guys see that Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is going to have skins for specific characters? Like, I know Team Ghost and Sage are going to have skins. Because Team Ghost, I mean, they're all skins for each other. Like, Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde, they're all considered the same character. Just, you know, they're all skins of each other. And then Sage, I think she's going to have both her black and red and her white and blue costumes from Sonic Frontiers. Well, not costumes, more like forms. Actually, realistically, what is the difference between those two forms? Oh, I know. That was meant to tie in with the Akariga space shooter that they had at the very end of the game. I completely forgot about that final boss. I completely forgot the final boss of Sonic Frontiers used to be just Akariga. It used to be a completely different game. Also, I'm glad they fixed the hills in this track, because in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, Sonic really struggled with the steep hills in this track, so I am so glad they fixed that in this game. Because Sonic had a really hard time with this track in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. Not really a huge fan of what they did to the ending section, where they removed the ramp and they removed the dash panels for going on the sides, but you know, whatever. I mean, it's not horrible. I mean, this is still a great track. I just think they kind of fumbled the bag a little bit for the, like the, what would you call that? Like the, you know, the section at the end after you go through the anti-gravity section, that like big, like wide open area at the end. I think they kind of fumbled the bag there, but otherwise, I think this is that was a pretty good track. And for the last race of this Grand Prix, we have Market Street coming back in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, along with Ocean View, Roulette Road, Sand Road, and Sky Road. Pretty cool that they're bringing back so many tracks that are both from this game and just in this game. Because obviously Roulette Road and Ocean View did not come from this game. Like, that's from the All-Stars Racing series. Oh, a rival takedown. Let's go. Alright, get back here, Knuckles. Come on, get him, get him. I'm excited to see how this track, I'm excited to see how the CrossWorlds version of this track compares to this. I don't know if it'll be as good, but hey, I guess we'll have to wait until the game releases to find out, huh? Or possibly until the open network test happens, because this might be one of the tracks that they have next weekend. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. Man, I just can't believe we're getting CrossWorlds. Because people really seemed to hate this game. And after this game came out, and I mean, let's be real, this game was kind of a flop. I was like, ooh, I don't know if we're getting another Sonic Racing game after this one, but I'm so happy that I was wrong. And we're not only getting another Sonic Racing game, but it's not just your run-of-the-mill Sonic Racing game either. This one is like a step above the rest, at least from what we've seen so far. Obviously, I can't definitively say that until the game is out, but from what we've seen, yeah, Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is absolutely going to be a step above the rest. You know, I've tried the rest, and now it's time to try the best. Hopefully, at least. I don't know, maybe I'm being a bit too optimistic here, but I think CrossWorlds is going to turn out to be the best Sonic racing game ever. Sonic Team really seems confident in this game because something I think is interesting about Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is just the release cycle for this game. Because they're treating this like how they would treat one of the mainline games. Like, this game has had the same amount of hype and advertising as, like, Sonic Frontiers and Sonic X Shadow Generations. Like, people are comparing the competition trailer from earlier today to, like the story trailer that came out for Shadow Generations. And it does kind of have those same vibes, you know? Wow, we dominated that Grand Prix. I think even if my team came in dead last for that last race, we would have still, like, slaughtered the competition there. In-game, YouTube, not literally. Alright, but we're starting off with Sky Road. Had to drink some water just now. I can't believe we're getting this track back too. This track is going to be so cool in CrossWorlds. I know it's not the full track, and it is actually a really short snippet of it. Wait, Vector and Omega, that's actually a really interesting set of teammates. Because now I have two power types on my team. It'll be cool because if these two are ahead of me, they can, like, smash through stage hazards for me. Oh, what the... Who hit me with that? I just need to know so I can get my lick back later. Also, I think I pointed this out on another stream, but Sonic is... Oh, I'm actually getting all the rings! Yo, that was perfect for that, actually. Thank you, whichever one of you gave me that void, because that was really useful for that part, for getting all the rings. But, what was I saying just now? I lost my train of thought, sorry guys. Dude, I literally forgot what I was saying that fast. Hang on. Let's see, I was talking about how we're getting this track back in CrossWorlds and it's not the full... Is that what I was talking about, or did I start talking about something else? I forgot. What was the last thing I said? Like, what was the last thing I said before I got that Void Wisp? Oh, I think I was talking about the pre-release for CrossWorlds. I think that's what I was talking about. Yeah, I just love that they're giving CrossWorlds the same amount of love and care that they would one of the mainline games. Like, even when it comes to marketing. Because, remember, the marketing for this game, I'm not gonna lie to you, wasn't really that great. Because most of the marketing that this game got was like... How many trailers did this game get? Like 2 or 3, maybe? Like, you got the teaser trailer, and then, like, a proper reveal trailer, maybe 1 or 2 more trailers after those, and then the game released. But most of the advertising that this game got was music drops on YouTube, and the Team Sonic Racing Overdrive animation, which is actually a really good animation, don't get me wrong. And the music drops for this game were fire, too. But... you know, I think it would have been better if they, I don't know, showed the actual game. I think that would have been nice. But I love that when, like, with CrossWorlds, they are treating that game like a huge deal. Like, that game really feels like is the next big Sonic game. Even if in the grand scheme of things it probably isn't, but I mean, this game feels like a, not this game, that game feels like a big deal, you know what I mean? Like, it really feels like with CrossWorlds, like, it's really, it feels like that's going to be like another mainline Sonic game. Just a racing game, you know? But with, like with this game, for example, you could tell that Sega wasn't really that confident with this game. Like, let's personal feelings about this game aside, whether you like it or not, because I like this game. I feel like I'm in the minority when I say that, but I like this game. But whether you like this game or not, it's very clear that at the time, Sega was not confident in this game at all. I don't know if it's because it was a racing game or if it was because of the fact that they felt like it was a downgrade from what came before. I don't know what the case may be, but even with the fact that this game got delayed and it didn't even have a proper release date before it got delayed, you know? Because somebody pointed that out and I'm like, yeah, in retrospect that probably was a red flag, but I don't know. I think the pre-release for this game, because I was there for it, and it was kind of a mess, because we barely got any gameplay for this game, or anything of the sort. It was mostly just music drops, and again, that's not a bad way to advertise your game. Unless it's the only way you're advertising your game, then yes, it is a bad way to advertise your game. But like, they've been doing music drops for CrossWorlds too, and I mean, those have been really good, because that hasn't been the only thing we've been getting for that game marketing-wise. Oh, I think I did one too many there. Oh, get off me, Tails, what are you doing? What is Tails' problem right now? Like, what is your damage, bro? But no, like, you guys get what I'm saying, though? Like, with the pre-release for this game compared to CrossWorlds, like, you get what I'm saying with that? Like, it really feels like with CrossWorlds, again, that game is being treated on, like, with the same amount of love and respect as something like Sonic Frontiers or Sonic X Shadow Generations. It's really being treated like it's the next 3D Sonic game, and I love that so much. Especially as somebody who's always really loved the Sonic racing games, because Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing was my first Sonic racing game, so I have a personal attachment to this, like, sub-series of games. That's why I like Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, and even this game. Like, I've never had a problem with Sonic in a car, because the first Sonic racing game I ever played was Sonic in a car, and it was really good. I don't know, because I feel like with a lot of, like, the hardcore Sonic Riders fanboys, and I say fanboys instead of fans because you can have, like, cool Sonic Riders fans, like Trill, for example. He loves Sonic Riders, and even though he's not a huge fan of the idea of Sonic in a car, like, he prefers Sonic on a hoverboard. The thing is, I don't call him a Sonic Riders fanboy, unless I'm joking, you know, unless it's like a friendly little knock and I'm just messing with him. I never call him a Sonic Riders fanboy, because he doesn't, like, he's not a complete dick when we're getting a Sonic racing game that's Sonic in a car. In fact, he even has this game on his PS4. Granted, that's because it was one of the free games of the month when he got it, but the fact that he even gave this game a chance, like, at all, I know he hasn't played this game yet, and I've been practically begging him to try this game out. But the fact that he even has this game on his system and he's a Sonic Riders fan, it shows that you can like something and be open-minded, you know what I mean? Like, you can like Sonic Riders and still respect the All-Stars Racing Series and TSR and CrossWorlds, you know? You can still respect the other styles of racing. Like, I understand if Sonic in a car isn't necessarily your thing, but I feel like when you try to... What was that? Okay, screw you, Omo Chow. But I feel like when you try to be like, oh, the game is bad because Sonic is in a car, and you try to be like, oh, well, you new-gen Sonic fans, and your Sonic racing games, and... Like, I'll have to pull up a comment that somebody made, on, like, a community post, because I think this is, like, the perfect embodiment of, like, toxic Sonic Riders fanboys. It kind of reminds me of how it was with, like, the toxic Sonic Adventure fanboys last year, when Shadow Generations was coming out, and I know I'm using the word fanboys a lot, but I just have to use that word to differentiate. Like, again, you can prefer something over something else and not be a dick about it, you know what I mean? Like, I prefer these games over the Sonic Riders games, and granted, I only played like 2 minutes of Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, and like 5 minutes of Sonic Free Riders, and I've never played the original Sonic Riders. Like, when I was a kid, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't really like the idea of Sonic on a hoverboard, but I just didn't understand why it was cool yet. Because when I was a kid, I was like, yeah, Sonic should be in a car. But now, I'm like, I'm open to the idea of Sonic either being on Extreme Gear or in a car. I think that's gonna, yep, that got me. Because I'm like, both are cool. And for all the people that are like, oh, why is Sonic in a car? I mean, you can make the same argument for the Sonic Riders games. Like, if Sonic is so fast, why does he need a hoverboard? Okay, granted, he can fly with it. That's like the main difference, but still. I mean, most of the tracks in Sonic Riders, you could probably just navigate on foot. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's just kind of like toxic Sonic Riders fanboys are just kind of like biased, you know? Because they fail to see how stupid it is when they're like, oh, why is Sonic in a car? Because I can literally make the same argument, like, why is Sonic on a hoverboard in Sonic Riders? Because it's the same answer for both games. Because it's cool. And plus, I mean, look at it like this, too. What do people associate racing with? Cars. I mean, they literally made an entire movie called Cars, and most of what that movie is known for is racing. That's why people don't like Cars 2. You want to know why? Because it wasn't really about racing. People associate racing with cars, and people associate cars with racing. And I'm not just talking about Cars the series, I mean, like, cars in general, you know? Yeah, so a lot of Sonic fanboys and fangirls are not very open-minded. They're pretty set in their ways. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. You know, hang on, let me pull up the comment I was talking about. We're gonna take a brief intermission here. I'm gonna pull up the comment I was talking about. It was on ShrugPod's channel. Wait, hang on. I know I DM'd this to somebody on Discord. I don't even have to look for the... hang on, let me look. Let me look. Give me 1 second. Oh man, hang on. I gotta look for it, but I know I have it somewhere. Hang on, give me a minute. Let me see. Hang on, I'm looking for the specific, like, thread. Hang on. Damn, where is it? I feel like Sonic in the third movie right now. Like, where is it? Hang on. I know it's here somewhere. I just gotta look for it. Was it here? Oh yeah, this is it, I think. Oh wait, hang on. Like, somebody did a poll. I don't know if you guys know ShrugPod, but he did a poll asking which Sonic racing game series people prefer, and the Sonic Racing series was winning that poll. So people started saying things like Riders because the hoverboards matched Sonic's personality, but now they're making him into Mario? Like, what the fuck? Here's another one. You can easily tell the age group that voted because Sonic Riders isn't in first, therefore most votes are from people under 18 years old. Like, what kind of fucking logic is that? And somebody even replied to him pointing that out, like, or it could just be that they prefer it more, it's not that hard to understand, and I'm like, exactly, that's not that hard to understand. And it says POV, children who were too young to play or even remember the Sonic Riders series voted for Sonic Racing. And then it's like, somebody said just because some people voted for Sonic Racing doesn't mean they are children. Riders is not for everyone, little bro. And exactly, yeah, Riders is... Here's the thing, Sonic Riders is not really an accessible racing game either. That's the thing. The original Sonic Riders is very well known for being a very hard game to get into. You can't just pick up and play Sonic Riders and know what you're doing unless you've seen other people play it before you. You know what I mean? I know I'm getting into heated rant territory, but... And then somebody replied to him saying... well, it was the same guy who said children who were too young to play or even to remember, blah. He said, it was so not that deep, I fear. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend your Mario Kart knockoff, like, bro. And hang on, I think I know, hang on, I think I can find it, let me see. Hang on, I know it's in here somewhere. Hold up. Here it is. Hang on. I found it. Okay, let me scroll up a bit. Scroll up. Sorry that it's taking me a while to find it, but, hang on. Okay, here it is. So, this is a long one, but, let me go over this real quick. So under that same poll, somebody said, if cats chose these racing games over Riders, I think I lost brain cells even saying that first part. If cats chose these racing games over Riders, it would mean that them cats just joined in on the Sonic series yesterday. Bro, what the fuck? And then I replied to him saying, or people could just prefer the traditional racing games over Riders. This is the kind of elitist shit I hate in this fan base, and I still stand by that. I still stand by that exact statement. What kids of today know nothing about is that the racing games that are distributed over the market today were based on the originality of the games from back in the day, so in essence they wouldn't be anything without them. This wouldn't be called elitist, but you can call it nothing far from a well-known fact, Jack. What the fuck does that even mean? And I even replied to him saying, "You're trying way too hard to sound smart and it's just coming off corny as hell. What are you even on about anyways? You're making no sense. Also, my name isn't Jack, don't call me that." Cause I'm like, he really thought he got me. He was like, "Oh, but you could call it nothing, far from a well-known fact, Jack." Like, you really thought that was, like, that's not the own you thought it was. There's no effort, hang on. There's no effort used or needed. This is what he said. "There's no effort used or needed at all bringing these facts here. Hell, it's not even hard to see that you're some clueless new dude that just came to the series trying to spit when in essence he doesn't know shit about the history. You can't call yourself an ultrasonic fan. First of all, that's not my username, you fucking idiot. Without respecting the classics that paved the way. When we see Sonic Riders, we see Sonic Riders. When we see Sonic Racing, we see Mario Kart, Crash Kart. Also, it's called Crash Team Racing, you fucking imbecile. Past Sonic games, etc." But that's the thing, too. He said past Sonic games, so he's kind of defeating his own point there. And also, no, when we see Sonic Racing, we see Sonic Racing because if we saw Mario Kart, we would be buying Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is not the same game. And then I replied to him saying, "I've been a Sonic fan for over a decade." Oh wow, this is a long one. I really cooked him here. This was an entire page. "I've been a Sonic fan for over a decade, don't even try to pull that card on me. I'm not saying Sonic Riders is bad or anything, because yeah, I didn't call the game bad or anything. I'm just saying that you're being a dick by assuming everyone that prefers the kart racers over riders is a new fan, when that's simply not the case. That would be like saying someone's opinion is invalid because they prefer the boost games over the adventure games. You can like both, they're not mutually exclusive, people just have preferences." Thank you, past me. I couldn't have said it any better myself. Except I did because I already said it. Your entire argument is basically people that don't like what I like are wrong. Oh my god. Wait, I forgot how hard I cooked this dude. When, again, someone can like both games and just prefer the kart racers. Also, the argument about the kart racers being Mario Kart clones, it has no weight, like, okay, and what else? Those games do exactly what they set out to do, that being to be a fun racing game. But I'm glad you made that point because you conveniently left out Sonic Free Riders in your argument, one of the worst racing games ever made. But no, we don't talk about that one because the first game was so good. Also, I never called myself the Ultrasonic fan. It's Ultra, you tagged me in everything. Don't ever try to challenge my credibility again, I know what I'm talking about. And then I think either the next day or the day after that, he replied again, or no, somebody else came into the conversation and said, "Seems to me like the facts Laserboy is putting out here is clearly wetting your pants." Okay, dude. LOL, you not getting the Jack slang also shows how young and inexperienced you are to even understand what's going on here. People prefer Sonic racing games because it's more original than these games that come out today. Perhaps you ought to play these games before you dare to talk. And then I replied, "Clearly you missed the part where I said I've been a Sonic fan for a decade, but whatever, dude. As for your comment at the end, yeah, you're right that I haven't played the Riders games, but that doesn't matter because that's not the point of what I was saying." And exactly, they missed the entire point of what I was saying here. If you weren't paying attention, which clearly you weren't because you were too busy. I'm gonna censor that part a little bit. You were too busy glazing Laserboy. You would have noticed that I was saying that people can like both games, not that one game is better than the other. people like you are the reason why discourse in this community is insufferable, and I rest my case to there. And that's where the conversation ended. I don't think they ever replied to me again. So I know that was a long rant, but bro, I just had to talk about that. I think those were like the main ones. But yeah, that's an example of like a toxic Sonic Riders fans. Let's see. I pointed out, man, let's see. I pointed that out when you said, and when you called out Toxic Riders fanboys, Sonic is fast, but so why does Sonic need a hoverboard? Exactly. You could say he needs it to fly, but at the same time, he can fly as Super Sonic, so... I mean, I know he needs the Chaos Emeralds for that, but still. What a jerk, yeah. Yeah, because they're stuck on old consoles? That's crazy. Oh no, someone prefers the Sonic car racing games over Sonic Riders. What's the big deal, bucko? I don't get why people get so defensive when they don't like the exact same thing they like. Kids, dog, I'm over 18. Exactly, I'm like, that argument is so dumb, because it's like, because people don't like the game you like, you're just going to assume that they're all kids. Like, that is the dumbest logic I've ever heard. Because I could say the same thing. I could be like, oh, you prefer Sonic Riders over the Sonic racing games? Well, that just means you're an unk. You're just an unk that doesn't appreciate anything new that comes to this series. You're just an unk. You don't understand the current state of Sonic. You realize how dumb that argument sounds? Like, why are we bringing age into this? Like, watch. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised if the next thing that dude said, if he kept going, was, well, you prefer the Sonic racing game, so I can tell you're black. And by the way, I am black, so I'm allowed to say that. I always have to say that because, you know, obviously I don't have a face cam. So unless you guys have already seen my face, and like for anybody lurking or anybody new to the streams, like Classic can vouch for me, like I'm black. Like yeah, I'm light skinned, but I am black, but like imagine, like, I mean, he was already bringing age into that. I am doing horribly right now. But my point is, he was trying to bring age into that discussion, and it's like, I wouldn't have been surprised if the next card he tried to pull was the race card. And I'm not talking about racing, I mean just the race card. And I'm not even trying to get political or anything, I'm just saying, he just seems like one of those types of people to try to bring race into it. Like, even if he did, I would have been like, well, what does me being black have anything to do with it, you know? Like, I genuinely would not have been surprised if he tried to bring race into that. I don't know if I can make this jump. Yeah, no. Get out of the way, Metal. Get out of the way, Shadow. Oh, I think I missed him. Never mind. Alright. But yeah, Sonic Riders fanboys, I'm pretty sure a lot of those people are the same people that were trying to shit on Sonic Generation, or, well, just the boost formula in general last year when Shadow Generations was coming out. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of the Sonic Adventure fanboys from last year are the same people that are trying to, you know, act like white knights for Sonic Riders. And it's like, bro, if you like Sonic Riders that much, just go back and play Sonic Riders. It's not that hard, you know what I mean? Like, I really want to play Sonic Riders, but I don't have an easy way to play that game. That's another thing, too. It's like, people are like, I don't know why I keep going for that. People are like, oh, clearly you haven't played Sonic Riders. Well, that's Sega's fault for not re-releasing that game and trying to make it accessible for newer generations. I mean, that game's not backwards compatible on Xbox. I know it's backwards compatible on the 360, but then it's like, let's say I didn't already have an Xbox 360, I would have to go back, buy an Xbox 360, you know, update it so it can play original Xbox games, and it's like, bro, nobody is trying to do all that just to play one game, you know what I mean? Yep, he ain't even lying, chat. I think I'm the only one here. Yeah, I think it's a bit of a small stream tonight. That would be one of the stupidest arguments I've ever seen made for anything. And you already know, he's the type of guy that would try to bring race into it. Like, you would have been like, oh, you prefer the Sonic racing games? Well, I bet you're black then. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, I know obviously he didn't make that argument, otherwise I would have said something about it, but... You know, like, him trying to be like, oh, well, people, you know, like, oh, well, the Sonic racing games are winning this poll. Zavok, get out of here, bro. You know, oh, the Sonic racing games are winning this poll, so obviously most of you guys must be just under 18. Most of you guys must be kids. And then it's like, why are we bringing age into this? Like, that's just as dumb, because it's like, you're assuming things about people that you haven't even met because they don't like the same thing you like. You see how dumb that argument is? Also, blazing big. I got 2 purple cats on my team. That's funny. But I just had to talk about that. Like, I think I might have touched on that a little bit during previous streams, but I just had to, like, take an intermission and talk about that for a second, because I'm like, these people really do make the... I could have gone for it. These people do really make themselves look like idiots when they're trying to white knight the games they like. It's like, bro, why even go to all that effort to try to shit on the newer games? It's like, I understand... Well, no, not really, because it's like, bro, why are you getting so upset over a YouTube poll? Like, on a random person's YouTube channel. Like, yeah, you could be like, oh, well, the Sonic Riders games lost to the poll on the Shrug Pod channel, but it's like, who fucking cares? You know what I mean? Because it's not going to change anything. Like, yeah, if it was a poll that Sega themselves did or something like that, then I would understand being so defensive about it, but, I mean, even in that case, it's like, bro, you can literally go back and play the original Sonic Riders games. That's the part I don't understand. It's like, you can literally, like, you can totally legally play Sonic Riders on totally legit hardware. Yar har har, mateys. Or you can, you know, play Sonic Riders Zero Gravity on, again, totally legit hardware, because because, you know, I'm an advocate for, playing games on original hardware. I would never advertise, you know, emulation. That was bad. But no. But what is with all these quakes in this race? Isn't that like the 3rd one this race? Also, look at that! We got a starfall in the background! Oh my god, guys, it's a reference to Sonic Frontiers, like 3 years before that game came out. The Sonic Frontiers brain rot is real. Bro, no, I actually can't believe we're getting a Sonic Frontiers track. Like, circling back around to that, I can't believe we're getting Kronos Island as a racetrack in, CROSSWORLDS. Yeah, sure you will, Vector. Also, that crash was unfortunate. But it was the same thing even last year with like all the Sonic Adventure fanboys coming out of the woodworks to be like, actually this version of Kingdom Valley looks so boring compared to the original. It's like, are you really trying to make Sonic 06 seem better than Sonic Generations right now? Because I don't know if you guys remember, but last year when they released gameplay footage of Kingdom Valley for Shadow Generations, bro, Adventure fans were pissed for some reason. They were like, this just looks like Sonic Forces. Oh, you know, all you're doing is running in a straight line the whole time. All you gotta do is just boost and do homing attack chains. Like, bro, you can literally say the same thing about the Sonic Adventure games. Like, you can literally say that Sonic Adventure 2, you're just running in a straight line and doing homing attack chains occasionally. Like, I don't think they realize that that logic can be applied to the games they're trying to defend, you know? Because I can literally say the same thing about Sonic Adventure 2. I can literally say, well, oh, for Green Forest, all you're doing is just running in a straight line and occasionally doing homing attack chains on enemies. Do you realize how dumb that argument is? Or even like Metal Harbor, I could literally say like, oh, all you're doing in Metal Harbor is just running in straight lines, hitting dash panels, and doing homing attack chains, and, you know, somersaulting under things every now and then. Like, yeah, when you boil the game down like that, it sounds boring, doesn't it? But the difference is, like, the thing is, this goes for both games. There's way more to it than that. With Sonic Adventure 2, you're mostly having to deal with jank and making sure, you know, you get the move you're trying to do, because for some reason they thought it was a good idea to map everything to one button in that game. Who thought that was a good idea? But no, like, when you boil a game down to that level, yeah, you're going to make it sound much more boring than it actually is. I mean, you can apply that logic to any game ever made. Like Mario, you could literally say, oh, well, all you're doing is just jumping on blocks and jumping on top of enemies. Like, all you're doing is jumping on top of stuff. Like, but the challenge comes from how the game is designed. Yeah, even if the core gameplay loop is simple, you could boil it down to its core and make it sound incredibly boring, sure, but the thing is, it's like, that's not what matters. Like, what matters is the game fun to play? You know what I mean? Like, I can make the same argument for, like, I can make the same argument for Sonic 06. Well, I mean, all you're doing in that game is just running in a straight line and doing homing attack chains and, you know, fighting enemies in these dumb combat rooms. Like, you can make... No way, I just stole that invincibility. Oh, let's go. That's awesome. I saw the Wisp going towards Rouge, and I was like, no way I'm about to steal that. Turns out I did. But, I mean, you can make that argument for any game. I mean, you can even make that argument for the classic Sonic games. You can even argue, like, oh, well, the classic Sonic games, all you're doing is just holding right and occasionally jumping. Like, you see how dumb that sounds? And before anybody watching tries to take any of that out of context, that's not what I'm saying about those games. What I'm saying is, like, it's dumb when people try to, like, dumb down, like, it's what I'm trying to say is, it's dumb when people try to downplay things like that. Like, it's dumb when people see a game that they don't like, or they don't like the direction of, and rather than try to explain why they don't like it, they just try to downplay it as much as they possibly can to make it seem like you're wrong for wanting to enjoy it, you know? Because adventure fans and even Riders fans, they'll be like, oh, how can you enjoy this when it's literally just, like, like in the case of the boost games, they'd be like, how can you enjoy these games when you're just boosting in a straight line and doing homing attack chains? Or Riders fans, they'll be like, oh, how can you enjoy these games when they're just Mario Kart clones? Like, oh my god, dude. Let's see. It's insane how defensive people are about certain games. Yeah, I don't get why people are like that. It's like, why do you care so much what other people like? It's almost like people have preferences. Whoa, crazy concept. Exactly. I don't know why people don't understand that. 06 Kingdom Valley had straight lines as well. Remember that comparison video? Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, yeah, it's like, they have no right to be like, oh, well, your game is just straight lines, and then part of Kingdom Valley, like for Shadow, you're just running in a straight line for literally like 10 seconds or so, because that game is so freaking slow. Like, y'all have no right to be talking about straight lines. Like, 06 fanboys in particular, like, don't say anything about anybody else's games, because like, y'all are really trying to defend Sonic 06 and use that to, like, downplay other games. Like, y'all have no right to be talking about any other games. Because you guys, I don't know. And by you guys, I mean 06 fanboys, not, like, you guys, you know? Oh, that just went right over my head. But yeah, I just completely blanked out on what to say next with that conversation. I wonder if we'll get any more tracks for this game in CrossWorlds. Like, I wonder if we'll get, like, we may or may not get Wisp Circuit, but I'm not gonna lie, if we get a Planet Wisp track, I'd want it to either be Mother's Canyon, which I can see maybe making it in as a CrossWorld, or Doctor's Mine, which would absolutely be a normal track. Man. Oh, thank you for the... Oh, Blaze got the shock dodge. Let's go. And that's not even to say, like, you're wrong if you like the Riders games, but not these games, because that's not what I'm saying at all. Like, you can like one game and not the other. Like, you can like the Sonic Riders games and not like the Sonic Racing games, and vice versa. You can like the Sonic Racing games and not like the Sonic Riders games. Like, I saw a video the other day that came out recently where it was a ranking of all the Sonic Racing games, and he actually was pretty lukewarm on Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing and this game, because Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, I mean, let's be real, that game is very similar to Mario Kart. I mean, there's no denying that, but also, I think that game, it just has its own charm to it, you know? I think most of the reason why I prefer that game over Mario Kart is stuff like the track design, the items, and, I mean, even the characters and the worlds you're in. Because that stuff does make a difference, you know? I've always just preferred Sonic as a franchise and, like, as a brand over, like, Mario, you know? And I know there's more reasons than that why I prefer Sonic Racing, like, well, All-Stars Racing specifically over Mario Kart. But, you know, I mean, I prefer Sonic Racing as a whole over Mario Kart. I know I would probably catch a lot of heat on Twitter for saying that, but, I mean, it's just how I feel, you know? But you know the, like, Riders fanboys trying to downplay CrossWorlds and all this other stuff I talked about. You know it's bad when even Mario fans are having to come in to tell Sonic fans to have more confidence in their own game. Like, how did we get to this point where it seems like Sonic fans hate their own series more than, like, Mario fans? Like, what happened? I thought it was supposed to be Sonic fans versus Mario fans. But now you're telling me we have Mario fans literally having to be like, come on guys, have more faith in your own game. Like, are we dead ass right now? Like, are we dead ass to the point where Mario fans are having to come out and defend Sonic games from Sonic fans? Like, are we dead ass right now? Like, it's just so baffling to me that it's gotten to the point where that has had to happen on Twitter. Like, where they have to be like, come on guys, have more confidence in your own series. Like, bro, we are talking about Mario fans. Like, I thought those guys were supposed to be the toxic ones that are supposed to be like, actually Mario Solo's your series, you know, Sonic, way better, Mega Man, way better. Don't even bring Mega Man on our level. You guys haven't had a new game since 2018. Oh, Crash Bandicoot. Oh, we can destroy you guys all day, every day. Oh, Pac-Man. Oh, have fun going around the same mazes 256 times. You know what I mean? Like, I thought those guys were supposed to be the toxic ones, but no, they're literally having to come here and be like, no, you guys need to have more faith. Like, this game actually looks really good. Like, are we, like, I don't know whether that's, like, that just says a lot about where Sonic is right now, where even Mario fans are having to defend, like, Sonic games from Sonic fans. It's like that meme, like that Sonic Colors meme where it's like, don't mess with Sonic fans, we don't even like this series. That meme becomes more and more accurate every day. Like, I swear, that meme just keeps getting more accurate. Like, that meme has aged like fine wine. Like, maybe when it was released it didn't really hold up that well, but now it absolutely does. Like, that meme is so accurate for the Sonic community, it's not even funny. Because I just cannot stress this enough. We have gotten to the point where Mario fans are having to jump into the discussion and be like, no, your game actually looks really good. Like, come on, guys. Like, are we dead ass right now? That's the Team Grand Prix mode, by the way. I barely talked about the game. Because it's like, I mean, I don't really have much else to say about this game. Well, we are actually getting the new content, because now we're going to the Solo Grand Prix. And before we do the Solo Grand Prix, I'm actually going to customize a car real quick. Let's see. People hate on that meme, but it's like, you're making it harder to disprove it. Exactly. It's like, people always are like, oh, that dumb Sonic Colors meme. But it's like, bro, you're literally part of the reason why that meme is still relevant. Like, I'd love to eventually get to the point where that meme is just obsolete, you know? I'd love to eventually get to the point where Sonic fans actually like the series that they're consuming games from. Crazy concept, I know. Being a fan of something and actually enjoying it. Crazy concept, I know. Actually, what do we start with? Do you guys want to start with the performance parts or the car cosmetics? What do we start with? It might be a little better to start with the paint job, but I'm gonna let you decide. What do we start with? I guess it's just be a new classic, so I guess this is really like a two-man thing, you know? Pause. Actually, that I was trying to avoid saying that, but I just had no better way to put it. I'm sorry. Might as well go from left to right. Okay.
Sweet, let's do this.
So, what performance parts do you think we should go with? I'll run through them all real quick. Um, just so you can see them all. I really wish we could, like, mix and match different car parts. Like, I'm glad CrossWorlds is letting us do that, where we can, like, mix and match different parts of different cars. And sure, that we did lose, like, you know, like, upgrades for specific cars, but... Because I do like how this game has, like, upgrades for all the cars. It actually kind of reminds me of the upgrades from Sonic Adventure, now that I think about it. But I'll let you pick the performance parts, like for the front, rear, and wheels, just actually just type in chat, just say either like speed, power, technique, or whatever you want. Like whatever combination you want, just type that in chat. Or default, so you can do that too. I tried recreating the Speedster Lightning in this game, but I didn't think I did a good job. You could see it in the Rockin' Race Sessions video I did. Oh, I meant to check that video out. I think I watched part of it, but I didn't watch the whole thing yet. I can try recreating the Speedster Lightning. I can try that. Probably not this. Maybe this? I think this looks kind of like the Speedster Light. No, this. This makes me think of that car. I just don't really like the gray parts on the hood. That's like the only part I'm not a fan of. I guess for the tires it would be these. Because, you know, the Speedster Lightning's cars do glow. So what would the back be? Would it just be this? Or would it be like... I could also pick this because of the tail lights, but... Actually, no, I think this kind of looks like the Speedster Lightning, doesn't it? I think this is a solid recreation. Maybe the front could just be... Well, then it would just be the Speedstar with the Technique type car. I think this works pretty well for recreating that car. What do you think? Do you think this is good, or do you think I should change anything? Because I think this is a solid recreation. Oh, I should have used this when I made that CrossWorlds Cup video. That would have been cool. But, I mean, the default car looks close enough to the one in CrossWorlds, too. Looks solid? Alright, bet. Yeah, we can use this car, then. The CrossWorlds looking car. Oh, I could have used that for Team Adventure mode, too. That could actually be the extra thing I did. No, I'm not doing Team Adventure mode again. I'm not doing that whole thing again. I just thought about it and I was like, no. Oh, I forgot to go back to... Hang on, I'll fix that. I forgot to go back to the first cup.
Great, let's get this party started.
Alright, here we go. Now on to the solo Grand Prix. So now it's every man for themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engine. Oh, wow, that's actually a really good... That's actually a really good recreation. Excuse me. Now I got the hiccups. But yeah, this is a solid recreation of the CrossWorlds car. It even handles a little bit more like how I would expect CrossWorlds to handle. Like the turn is, like the drift is a lot sharper. Like I feel like I have more control over the drift. This is actually, I'm actually so glad you mentioned that video, because I'm like, this is, oh, wow, really, Eggman? But wow, look at this, guys! I'm actually playing the pre-alpha build for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Wait, did it skip me and go to the Omo Chow because I was in ghost mode? That's actually so funny. Oh, I'm about to do more than scratch your car, Knuckles. I just burnt it. But no, guys, this is the pre-alpha build. Oh, no! But guys, this is the pre-alpha build for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. You know, I know it looks a lot like Team Sonic Racing, but you know they didn't add any new tracks or anything yet. This is just a test build. Don't worry, guys. This is just a concept build. They only got Sonic's new car, and that's it. You know, they changed the handling slightly. Dude, this actually does handle like the. I got Shadow and Rouge with that, or no, Amy. That was Amy. I thought it was Rouge because her car is more pink than, I mean, no, more white than pink. But no, the handling is actually better with this car. I like this. So, Classic, is this the build you used for that video, or did you use something a little bit different? Oh wait, no, oh, too sharp. That was a mistake. I think my finger slipped just now. I did not mean to do that. But no, guys, I'm just playing the pre-alpha build for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Sega hooked me up. Bro got access to the open network test. Yeah, you know, I'm just playing the open network test a whole week before it's supposed to happen. You know, they're just letting me iron out the kinks real quick. There's no online yet, but, you know, I'm just running through the Grand Prix mode, making sure everything works properly. You know, just making sure, we even got Ocean View right here. This track is in CrossWorlds. I mean, this track is going to be in the final build, so, this is one of the tracks they have it, made for this game. You know, this is just one of the early access tracks. You know what's funny about that, though? They actually did have this track in, like, the closed, like the beta test. So that joke actually is partially true. But yeah, guys, I'm just playing the pre-alpha build for CrossWorlds, don't worry. Oh no. Oh! Oh, of course it's Shadow. Get out of here, bro. Whoa! Oh, you. Oh, you're so lucky I like you, Shadow. Oh, big jump. Oh, I lost my boost. Shadow, you better not shoot that back. I'm not even gonna go that way. Are you kidding me, Amy? Bro, you did not need both of those. Come on, save some for me. I even let you have the invincibility. Alright, I gotta catch up. Oh yeah, you know, they don't have the transformations yet, but, yeah, you know, guys, they actually are going to be adding the transformations back in, and they're also adding extreme gear. They don't have any of that in this game yet, but trust me, that'll get added later on. Oh, you know what would be cool, actually? It would be cool if, like, every cup, I'd play with a different car from the older racing games. So, like, this cup, I'll use the CrossWorlds, like, Speedster Lightning. And then for the next cup, I think I have an idea. I might use the Cyclone from Sonic Drift for the next cup. Yeah, it's a work in progress, guys, don't worry. I did something a little different. I tried to make the shade of blue look like the one on the key art, but I couldn't find a paint kit with all the colors I wanted. You could have probably used a different material. Like, you could have probably used Sonic's default car and used like the metal texture or something like that for like a deeper blue, depending on how much more like. Or did you want the shade of blue to be darker? I'm assuming you wanted a darker shade of blue, right? Because you could have probably done that. Like, you could have just used a different material to make a different shade of blue, you know? And if you want to remake that video, I mean, you're more than welcome to use this build. You're more than welcome to use this. I mean, it's not very creative. I only changed 2 things, but it works really well, I think. Oh, and look at that. This track is in CrossWorlds, too. We got Roulette Road. I wonder if I should remake the CrossWorlds Cup video, but with this car instead. Oh, and in case you're wondering how I made the CrossWorlds Cup video, actually, I'll explain it after this GP is over. I'll explain after this. You know what's kind of cool about CrossWorlds? It seems like the drift goes a lot wider in that game. It really makes you feel like you're going faster and you have less control of your car, which sounds like a bad thing, but that's actually kind of cool. It like sells that sense of speed a little bit more by giving you less control around corners. Does that make sense? Like, it makes you feel more like you're sliding around corners. Because, like, the CrossWorlds drift kind of looks like how I would expect, like, a drift in an actual car to feel, you know? Man, what does Shadow have against Wisps? That's what everybody said when Sonic Forces came out. Heyo! That was, like, the lowest hanging fruit I could have gone for. I keep forgetting I can't pass my items to my teammates. That's so funny. But yeah, the solo cups, you're racing by yourself like you would have been in All-Stars Racing, Transformed, basically every other Sonic racing game ever made. Oh, give me that. Give me that. Thank you. Oh, I got that at the perfect time, too. Yeah! Oh, and in case you haven't noticed, I'm actually taking the red path at the end because of CrossWorlds. Because in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds' version of this track, the red path is the only the only path you can take. The blue path isn't there at all. I don't feel like remaking that video just to change the car. Fair enough. I'm currently away from home now, so I couldn't even if I wanted to. Also fair. Man, I actually really love how this car looks, too. It actually does really look like the CrossWorlds car. You were on to something when you mentioned that. Oh, that could actually be a cool video, trying to recreate other cars in this game. I might actually remake the Sonic Racing CrossWorlds recreated in Team Sonic Racing video, but with this car and also with Market Street. Because I think Roulette Road and Sky Road are the only 2 CrossWorlds I would be able to use. But I think I could probably do like Market Street and Sky Road, Sand Road and Sky Road, and Ocean View and Roulette Road, because those are the 2 returning tracks. I think that could work for like a remake of that video, plus this car. Or I could do a video just showcasing cars from different Sonic Racing games in this game. I don't know, which video would you want to see first, Classic? Because, I mean, you're the only one here, so you get a pretty big say in this. I think I might have used... No! It sent me off at a weird angle. Oh, somebody really tried to bomb snipe me there. You better get used to that. Shout out to CrossWorlds for kind of bringing this track back. Even if it's like a brief section in, Oh, I must have hit a hazard with, that rocket. I love that line from Sonic, though. Yeah, who rocks? I rock. That's an awesome line. But yeah, I think the next cup, I'll probably use Sonic's Cyclone from Sonic Drift. Or his Speed Star from Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. Because I actually do have, like, a build for that. The only thing missing is Sonic going, good, nice, jamming, every time I do tricks. Hang on, watch. Good, nice. That's how tricks are in CrossWorlds. It's like, good, nice. You know what's funny? Actually, the fast tricks gadget in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds kind of makes me think of how fast air tricks are in this game. Because the air tricks in this game are really fast. And same with Sonic Riders, actually. The air tricks in that game were also really fast. No, you won't. Also, on an unrelated note, I'm actually going to go out and get ice cream tomorrow. I think that'll be fun. I don't know why I just thought about that. I just felt like mentioning it. Just a side note, I guess. The CrossWorlds one sounds cool. Like the CrossWorlds Cup or the CrossWorlds Recreation. Because I could do either. I remember trying to recreate the Cyclone as well. I actually have like a paint job stored in this game. Like, I know one of my presets is like a Cyclone paint job. In fact, you're gonna get to see that right now.
Hey, let's race.
Oh wait, wrong thing. And there it is. There's the Cyclone from Sonic Drift. Let me just double check, make sure I'm doing the right cup. Okay. Oh, I have to do it again. Okay, hang on. I love how I go from having the car from the newest Sonic Racing game to the oldest Sonic Racing game, the Cup. Oh, I could do that. Yeah, I could do the CrossWorlds Cup again. That could be fun. Oh, dang it. Look at that, guys! It's Sonic Drift 3! I can't believe they made this game! Guys, look, I'm playing a leaked build of Sonic Drift 3. They were actually going to make this game, but they ended up canceling it and making Team Sonic Racing instead. No, real talk, though, it would have actually been really cool if they added, like, the Cyclone to this game as DLC. Or, like... Wow, rare instance of this of the radial burst actually working properly. Who would have thunk it? Please let me have that. Thank you, Rouge, you're a real one. Yeah, take that, Metal. That was an awesome counter, by the way. I love Whale Lagoon so much, man. This track is so cool. I know it's a very simple track, but... man, this track is just gorgeous. This is like one of my favorite... this might actually be my favorite opening track in the Sonic Racing series. It might end up getting dethroned by E Stadium soon, because that track looks gorgeous, but at the same time, this track, I just have so much nostalgia for Rail Lagoon. I mean, this is the first Sonic racing track I ever played, so yeah, I have a bit of nostalgia for this one. And actually, when this game first came out, the only Sonic racing game I had at the time was Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing for the DS. And I remember when this game came out, I compared like a lot of the tracks from that version to this. And man, what a glow up. Sonic Drift 3, now in HD. You know what? For April Fool's next year, I should release like a trailer for Sonic Drift 3 and just have it be gameplay of this car. I think that would be awesome. But man, I'm so glad they decided to make a Sonic Drift 3 because, man, Sonic Drift 2 was just not it. And with this like whole bit, you would think I'm making up Sonic Drift 2, but no, I'm not. That game is actually like awful. Oh, give me that. Give me that. I want that. Man, I saw Shadow and I just thought of the CrossWorlds trailer earlier. And then I thought of Kronos Island again, and I'm like, I'm so excited to try that track. I think I might actually be the most excited for the North Star Islands track at this point. That track looks incredible. Like, the fact that they're basically taking an entire game and condensing it into one single racetrack, that's awesome. I don't think that hit anybody, did it? Oh no, somebody just crashed into it. I heard the sound. Also, how's this recreation of the Cyclone? I'm actually really proud of this one. It looks like spot on. I actually think this is as close as you can get to the like Cyclone from Sonic Drift. Like, you can tell it's not the same car, but at the same time, it almost looks like an upgraded version. Like, this almost looks like the Cyclone 2.0 or something. Like the Cyclone Mark II. Also, I'll go for that invincibility on lap 3. I love that you can do a little trick off of that. That's just nice. I know it doesn't really change a whole lot since the level 1 boost is like really weak, but I just think it's neat. I just think it's a neat little trick you can do. Also, that last turn always reminded me of Terminal Velocity from Sonic Colors. Also, elephant in the room, I can't believe I haven't talked about that, about this yet. Mother Wisp from Sonic Colors DS is on this track. And since this game is canon, that also means that Sonic Colors DS, by extension, is canon. Like, that is the canon version of Sonic Colors, and I'm like, that's awesome. I'm so glad they did that. Because they could have chosen to just ignore that game. But no, they not only put Mother Wisp from Sonic Colors DS into a racing game, but since this game is canon, that means Sonic Colors DS, by extension, is canon. And I think that's awesome. But then again, I mean, Sonic Colors DS is so similar story-wise to the Wii version, where it's like, why wouldn't it be canon, you know? This looks really cool. I'd consider maining this. You can if you want to. Like, by all means, if you want to use this build, like, go right ahead. How I did the paint job, in case you're wondering, is I used Sonic's paint job. I used red for color 1, I think white for color 2 and 3. I think I used a metal texture for the wheels. And for the lights, I set it to black. So this car doesn't have any light up parts. Like, this car doesn't have any neon. Like, I set that to black. So essentially I just turned the neon off. I love that line. Also, I never really commented on, like, how each version, well, each track for Casino Park, like, visually looks different. Because, like, Roulette Road plays it very straight, and is pretty much the same Casino Park that we know and love from Sonic Heroes. Okay, maybe love is a bit of a stretch for most people, but then there's, Bingo Party, which is in outer space for some reason. I love that so much. And then you have this track, and you look in the background, and it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's got like this cool like neon aesthetic that I think is really cool. Like, you look at all the neon lights in the background. Speaking of neon, you see like the neon moon right there. Like, it's such a cool aesthetic. It's like kind of retro. Oh, and you know what's kind of cool about this too? Like, most of the tracks that I've gone through, you could kind of compare, well, in this cup, you could compare to Sonic Drift 1 and 2. Like, you could compare Whale Lagoon to the Green Hill tracks in Sonic Drift 1. You could compare Mother's Canyon to Hilltop in Sonic Drift 2. And you could compare this to Casino Night in Sonic Drift 2. I don't know what track comes after this off the top of my head, even though I literally just went through this cup. I'm gonna be honest, all of these cups, like, blend. Oh, I thought I had a burst wisp. I'm not even gonna lie, all of the cups in this game kind of blend together for me. Like, it could have just been solved if they had just given all the cups different names and themes. Like, it really is a bummer that this is the only Sonic racing game that has a Grand Prix mode, but none of the Grand Prix themselves are, like, themed, or even have names. You know, it's just Grand Prix 1, Grand Prix 2, Grand Prix 3, Grand Prix 4, and Grand Prix 5, you know? Like, they could have called them, like, they could have called it, like, the Ring Cup, the Emerald Cup, the Spring Cup, the Chow Cup, the Badnik Cup. You know, like, those would have been cool. The Chaos Cup, even. Well, I guess there's already, well, I mean, if there's an Emerald Cup, and a Chaos Cup would be redundant. I actually don't know if that was my cube or not, and I'm not risking it. But, you know, something like that would have been cool. Hell, even go back to how Sonic Drift did it, and just have each Grand Prix just be themed after a different color. You know, like the red, blue, green, whatever Grand Prix, you know? You know, just have each one be themed after a different Chaos Emerald. But I don't know how well that would have worked, actually, because each cup... I mean, there's only 5 cups in this game, not 7. So I don't know how that would have worked. Also, another criticism towards the Grand Prix mode... I really wish there would have been, like, a 6th Grand Prix Cup that worked the Final Fortress tracks in. Or, like, after you beat Team Adventure, like, Final Fortress will show up in the Grand Prix mode, or something like that. I think both versions of Colors are canon. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, Colors DS being canon doesn't really invalidate Colors Wii. I mean, they are telling the same story after all. It's not like Sonic Generations and Sonic Generations 3DS, for example, where, like, Generation 3DS is not canon. Like, that's just a what-if timeline, you know? That was pretty much what if Sonic was early to the birthday party. Hidden Volcano. Uh, what Sonic Drift track could I compare this to? Marble Zone, I guess? Because they're both lava themed. I don't even know. Sonic Drift 2 didn't really have any fire themed track. I guess you could compare this to like Mystic Cave or even Quake Cave, because this is like an underground type track almost. Whoa! That airtime was insane, but that's like the only parallel I can draw to Sonic Drift here. I'm really struggling to come up with comparisons here. I don't know if you could tell. Also, speaking of those custom Grand Prix videos I made, or I'm making, I should say, I actually do plan on doing similar ones to the CrossWorlds Cup, where I recreate the Seaside Cup, Casino Cup, and the Robot Cup from Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. And as a little bonus, I might even throw in cups based on the other 4 zones in this game. Like, I might throw in, like, I might do, like, I just gotta figure out names for the other cups, that's the thing. Because the Seaside Cup, the Casino Cup, and the Robot Cup, those already have names, obviously, but, like, oh, he's doing it again. Oh, shoot. Okay, I forgot. I completely forgot what the strat was for that, but it's okay, I didn't get smushed. He really tried to hit me with the switch up. That's crazy. He really tried to hit me with the mix up. He really tried to hit me with the 50-50 like this is a fighting game. Oh, I just thought about something actually. I wonder if we'll be able to recreate this car in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Because apparently, well, Pac-Man's car, I think, would be really useful for recreating this car. I think really you'd just have to, what, like, give it different rims? And that could be the Cyclone right there. Or a stand-in for it. Okay, get back on the track. I tried doing that from way too far away. Oh, jeez. And I'm about to get hit by that. Oh, Tails using the ghost to get through. No way. Get back here, Tails! Tails, don't leave me here! Hang on, let me see if I can hit him. Nice. Oh, come on, Eggman. And I love how Tails called that a cheap shot when that was a very strategic shot. Like, I lined that shot up so well. There was nothing cheap about that, Tails. You're just salty because I'm better than you. But anyways. Oh yeah, right. So maybe like the Planet Wisp Cup, I could just call that like the Wisp Cup or something. Or even the Interstellar Cup if I want to kind of reference colors a bit. What character would I use for that? Oh, wow. Really, Shadow? He just immediately got revenge on me. That's crazy. I can't even be mad at it either. Okay, let me see if I can catch up. I might actually lose this race. Oh my god, Shadow. He just sold for me. Get back here, Tails! No! Oh, it's over. Get him, get him. Oh, he already crossed to the finish line. Well, there's the first loss. Man, Shadow sold the race for me so hard at the end. I shouldn't have messed with him. I guess one takeaway from that is don't mess with Shadow. Alright, on to the next cup. So for this cup, I'm going to be using Sonic's Speed Star from Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. Let me fix one thing now, hang on.
Cool, I'm so ready.
Oops, wrong thing, hang on. There we go. Okay, it's fixed now. Alright, back to the Grand Prix. Hang on, it's kind of hot in here. I'm gonna move my fan. I'm like sweating right now. Hang on. Okay, that should help a little bit. It's getting hot in here. I'm even like shaking a little bit from how. I think I might actually be getting dehydrated from how much I'm sweating. I'm okay, but that's a little concerning. Whoa, wait, this car is actually. Whoa, the Cyclone is actually really balanced. Hang on, look at those stats. That's actually really balanced. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. I don't actually know if that was a good Thanos impression or not. I don't remember what he sounds like off the top of my head. But anyways, let's make the Speed Star from Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. Oh yeah, like, look at this. I made a little Lightning McQueen paint job. That could actually be fun to use for another Grand Prix. But I'm not going to do it for this one. There we go. We're back, baby. Oh yeah, did you guys know they actually made DLC for Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing? You're looking at it right now. This is actually, no guys, this is a Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing HD remastered. You know, they decided to add some new tracks to this game. You know, we got Ice Mountain from Sonic Advance. No, I'm kidding. We got Ice Mountain from Team Sonic Racing. You know, pretty cool track in that game. They didn't really change it here for the remaster, but you know that. Wait, no. Jokes aside, like all jokes aside, though, it actually would be really cool if they remastered Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. I would buy that. I would pre-order that the second it gets announced. Oh wait, no, wait. Oh, I made it. Let's go. Man, Icicle Valley looks a lot different. It's kind of funny seeing Sonic driving a car based on Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing with Team Sonic Racing controls, well, with transformed controls, essentially, driving through a track from Team Sonic Racing, which also uses transformed controls by default, but you know what I'm getting at here. This is actually really cool. And also, I love the car customization in this game, by the way. It feels like such a natural evolution of the console mods from Sonic and Sega not Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, sorry. Transformed. I'm gonna reach for the stars. I'll keep on running. I'm gonna reach for the stars. Although they look pretty far. Alright, here we go. Final lap. I keep forgetting I have no teammates to pass my items to. That's so funny. Dude, it would actually be really cool if CrossWorlds has a gadget where they bring back the ability to boost through stage hazards like in Sonic and Sega. Actually, you can kind of do that with like the Ultimate Drift Charge or whatever it was called, where it lets you go to level 4, and if you can pull it off, it makes you invincible. They do kind of do that, actually. That's actually really cool. That is such a cool idea for like a level 4 drift charge, because you would have to use that gadget on a track that has really long turns, you know? Yo, that Lightning McQueen paint job was sick. Thank you. I might actually use that paint job next cup. Because I'm running out of cars for Sonic to use. Like, because these are pretty much the only legacy cars I could think of for Sonic, despite one of them being from a newer game. But, I mean, what other cars could I... Oh! That car from Sonic Adventure 2. I could try to recreate that, actually. I don't know how good it would look, but... Actually, no, that car would probably be, like... I could probably use Tails' car for that. Like, I could probably have Tails driving that car, but... no. What other cars has Sonic had that I could try to make in this game? Because I think these are really the main ones. I mean... I could attempt to make his transformed car, but realistically, what would I change? Oh, bad move. I think somebody's gonna get that invincibility. Oh, never mind. Eggman just completely missed it. Thanks for letting me have it, I guess? Oh, right on the beat drop. That was satisfying. Nah, nothing lucky about that. That was all skill, baby. Also, tomorrow night, I'm actually going to be streaming again. I've been on a roll with streaming lately, and honestly, I want to do it more often. I'm probably not gonna like stream every single day of the, like, you know, every single day, every week or anything like that. But I think tomorrow night I'll stream again. I'm planning on streaming actually a surprise game, Ridge Racer 6. The reason why I'm picking that game to stream tomorrow is because of Pac-Man being in that game. In fact, in the morning, I'm actually going to release a gameplay video of Pac-Man in Ridge Racer 6, because I bet you didn't even know he was in that game. It's cool because in Ridge Racer 6, he actually drives like a little UFO. It is really hard to control that thing, but it's so cool that he's even there, you know? I do kind of wish I could give him another... Actually, no, speaking of Ridge Racer, I meant to bring this up earlier, but I forgot. Fun fact, Pac-Man's car in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds apparently is actually from Ridge Racer 5 on the PS2, which I think is really cool. I actually thought that was a brand new car that they made for him. But no, I guess that car is apparently from Ridge Racer. And I'm like, that's awesome, because not only are we getting Pac-Man representation, we're also getting Ridge Racer representation in a Sonic game. That is a sentence I never thought I would be saying. But yeah, we're getting a Ridge Racer car in a Sonic racing game. Granted, it is a car made specifically for Pac-Man, but it's from Ridge Racer nonetheless. So I think that's really cool. Next race, Bingo Party. Speaking of All-Stars Racing, here we go. Finally, the car matches the track. What, Metal Sonic? What are you doing here? I thought you were supposed to be DLC. Well, actually, you know, the remaster of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, it adds Metal Sonic as one of the base roster characters, and Egg Hanger. I can't show Egg Hanger here because of an NDA that I'm under, but yeah, you know, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Remastered HD and Knuckles featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series, because they're adding him into this game. I don't know if you knew that, but yeah, they're actually adding Dante from Devil May Cry. Very random crossover, but, you know, they did it for the funnies. But no, all jokes aside though, no, the car finally matches the track. Oh, gimme that, thank you. Also, like I said earlier, Sonic really struggles with this track in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. I don't think I had a problem with this track when I played it for, like, Ultra's Birthday Bash, for example, because I played it with Shadow. And he handles those hills a lot better than Sonic does in that game. Because in All-Stars Racing, for some reason when Sonic goes over those hills towards the beginning, he loses so much speed. And I think he's the only character that has to deal with that. I don't remember any other characters really struggling with those hills like that. So this stage is actually a problem for Sonic in that game. The DS version was a lot better in that regard. In the DS version of All-Stars Racing, Sonic doesn't really struggle here. There is no way I'm able to... Yeah, I was about to say, there's no way I can avoid that. But yeah, Sonic really struggles with this track in All-Stars Racing. Also, I always thought the Turbojet upgrade for Sonic was really cool. With like the actual like turbojets, and he has 4 thrusters instead of just 2. I think that's so cool. It doesn't really change much gameplay wise, but it is a nice way to show that this is meant to make your car faster. Alright, one more race for this cup, and then we'll break out the... I think the Lightning McQueen car is the next one. But yeah, final race. Man, this is so cool. Oop. Alright, here we go. Alright. Also, shout out to CrossWorlds for adding a ring portal off to the left back there. I think that that's a really neat shortcut that they're adding. Like, I really love that certain tracks have, like, hidden rings that you can find that take you to shortcuts. I think that's a really nice way to incorporate the crossworld mechanic, even just as a regular, like, track thing, you know, even into the tracks themselves. It kind of reminds me of, like, how well hidden some of the special stages were in, like, Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Sonic Mania. In fact, the whole crossworld mechanic itself kind of reminds me of the special stages from Sonic 3, where, like, you go through a giant ring in order to be transported to another stage, and then you're immediately brought back to the stage you were in before. Like, I think that's actually a really cool way to incorporate special stages into the racing games. Dodge and weave, dodge and weave. I think that I actually lost speed doing that, but just wanted to show off a bit. Oh, dang it. One too many. I was like, maybe I can sneak in a third one, but no. I really like that in Sonic Racing Crossworlds, like when characters hit each other and they have like that banter, I like that whoever's attacking will taunt and whoever got attacked will actually respond. Because in this game, it's either whoever got attacked will say something, or whoever the attacker is will say something, but it's never both. So I really like that in Crossworlds, it's actually like a back and forth exchange, you know? Wait, that got Knuckles? Bro, how far back did that rocket go? Also, I didn't mean to use rear view there, my finger slipped. this game just feels so nice to play. This is actually a really polished game. Honestly, hot take, this might actually be the most polished out of the Sumo Digital Sonic racing games. I know that's a very hot take, but like All Stars Racing and Transformed, those games were pretty polished too, but I don't know, this game, it just feels like they really just refined everything, you know? I still prefer All Stars Racing, and I think overall, I'd say this game is probably tied with Transformed in terms of how much I enjoy it.
Great, let's get this party started.
Oh, wait, wrong thing. I didn't mean to change that, I meant to change this. There we go, that's what I meant to do. So yeah, I guess we're doing a Lightning McQueen car next. This kind of looks like Lightning McQueen's paint job from Cars 3. Man, look at that. I even gave the yellow bits like a little bit of a shiny texture. Cause I tried the yellow parts with like Sonic's default texture for like those sections of the car, and I thought it looked...
Smell that old world charm.
Oh, I love that. I thought it looked really, like, ugly, for lack of a better word. Thank you for letting me pass right through you, Eggman. Really appreciate that. Bro! The ghost has some... What did he get? Is that a rocket? Bro, that went over so many... Bro, that ghost went so far. I don't know if you saw that just now, but that ghost went across like the entire field to steal somebody's wisp. That felt personal, I'm not gonna lie. But also, while I'm on the topic of cars, Sega Sonic Team, if somebody is watching this if somebody from Sega and Sonic Team is watching this video, please add Radiator Springs as a racetrack to CrossWorlds. Please, I would pay so much money for that. Bro, like, no joke, I would literally pay double the price just to play a Radiator Springs track in CrossWorlds. I would gladly pay another $90 just to play a Radiator Springs track. I would gladly pay another $90 for that. Because you have no idea, this shit means something to me, man. Because, like, literally, like, it would be so cool to see Sonic and Cars cross over, because, like, those are the first two franchises I ever got into. Like, Cars was the first franchise I ever got into, and then Sonic. So seeing the two of them cross over, like, I would die happy. But I think a Radiator Springs track would just be so cool. Like, imagine seeing Sonic and friends, like, driving through Willie's Butte, for example, and, like, going through that quarter pipe. Or even just tearing through the town itself. Like, there's so much they could do with that. They could even have a section where you go up to Tailfin Pass, and maybe even, like, pass by Lightning and Sally racing each other. Or maybe they could have a part with Ornament Valley, maybe like Chick Hicks and the Queen's cars that show up there to race you, you know? They could do so much with a Radiator Springs track. Like, I think that would just be so cool. I know it's probably never going to happen, but I like to think, like, if they release, like, standalone track DLC, Radiator Springs would be one of them. Well, if anything, I feel like if they release, like, standalone track DLC, it would probably be other Sonic locations. or like other Sega locations, it probably wouldn't be any like third-party stuff. But if they did do standalone third-party tracks, hey, Sega, Sonic Team, consider adding Radiator Springs. The only thing is with that, I imagine it would be expensive as hell and very difficult to work with, maybe not Pixar, but definitely Disney to get that in. So, yeah, that might not happen. I don't know. I mean, SpongeBob is in the game, so never say never, but still. A Radiator Springs track would go so hard. And, like, I even have an idea for that, too. Imagine if in a Radiator Springs track, they have all of the characters from Radiator Springs, like Lightning, Sally, Mater, Ramon, all those guys. Like, you see them driving around different parts of the town, or even like Lightning and Cruz could be racing in Radiator Springs, and like if you collide with them, that would spin you out. I think that would be so cool as like a track hazard, like actually having the characters from the movies, like racing around, you know? Because it was like that in like the hub world for Cars the video game, where like other cars would be driving around and you had to try to avoid crashing into them. Pretty much the same idea as that. Oh, or imagine if they even had like the neon cars show up at some point in that track. Like DJ, Snotrod, Wingo, and Boost. It would be really cool to see those guys in a Sonic game. But chances are this is probably never going to happen, unfortunately. I'd love to be wrong, hint, hint, Sega, but yeah, no, it's probably not going to happen at this point. Oh, no! No way, Amy with the bank shot? That was crazy. Honestly, I respect it. I didn't even notice the rocks right there. I was like, okay, the rocket missed me, I'm safe. But then it bounced off the rock and came back to hit me. Honestly, I can't even be mad at it. I respect that. That was a good shot. Because that shot was so good, it tricked me into thinking I was safe for a second. And then it ricocheted off of something else and hit me. That was insane. Like, good shot, Amy. Good shot. Is that an invincibility cap? No, it's not. Oh, hang on, hang on. I almost missed the shortcut. That would have been bad. I love how you can tell that shortcut is clearly meant for power types, but anybody can take it. Also, this track is actually very fitting to use the Lightning McQueen car on, because there's one part here that does kind of remind me of Willie's Butte. I mean, they even have the same sort of, like, rock structure. I'll point it out when I get to it again, but, it's coming up. Hang on, right here. You see that, like, cliff right there? With this, like, this thing, right? Like, this turn right in front of it? That reminds me so much of Willie's Butte from Cars. I almost wonder if it's supposed to be a reference. Like a cheeky little nod to that series. Because if that's the case, that's actually an insane reference. I highly doubt it. I could just be reaching for straws here, but like, I mean, Cars and Sonic, like Sonic and Cars are like two of my favorite things ever, so I like to think that that's a cheeky little reference, you know? Man, I'm actually getting a little hungry. Just a little side note. I'm probably gonna go to sleep as soon as I'm done with this though, but I don't know, I might get a little snack. I mean, it's 2 in the morning. It's a little late for snacks, but still. Alright, let's see. Frozen Junkyard. Here we go. Oh, I actually don't know what car I want to use for the last cup. You know what would be funny, actually? If I made Sonic's car looks like... if I made Sonic's car look like Shadow's Dark Reaper, that would actually be so funny for the last... Oh wait, no. Even better idea. Even better. What if I made a supersonic car for the last cup? I think that would be a very appropriate way to end this off. Also, if you're wondering why I only do 2 tricks there, I'm not sure if I'm gonna hit the ground or that, like, that little edge first. So I only do 2 tricks there. I'm gonna actually save this invincibility for after this. Wait, did I hit Vector just now? Boom! Boom! I love that. It's kind of cool when you look at it like this. Invincibility in this game kind of makes you... It's like the best of all 3 character types. Like, it kind of temporarily turns you into all 3 character types at the same time. Because you become way faster like the speed types. You can go off-road like technique types. And you can smash through obstacles like power types. It's kind of the best of all 3. Does that make sense? Like, I'm kind of going off the same logic as Sonic Riders, where Super Sonic was actually all 3 character types at the same time. Nope! Oh, dang it, I did one too many. I actually really love how this car looks. But yeah, I think I might actually do a supersonic car for the final cup. Also, the music in this track is insanely good. I'm not sure who did the guitars for this. I think it might be Jun Sonoe, but I'm not sure. Whoever it was did an amazing job. Oh no! Am I not going to be able to get that invincibility? Okay, no, I am. Come here, Vector. I got to get my look back for that. Come here. Oh, let's go. That slowed them down. You know what? I clutched up, so it doesn't even matter. Ain't no way they would reference Willie's Butte in this game. I mean, it's a fun thought to have, you know? Yeah, but realistically, that's probably just a coincidence. I know right now Vector's like, I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Oh, dang it. You know what would be cool, actually? I should make a video where I make, like, Cars-themed cars in this game. But then again, what would I even title that? Cars in Team Sonic Racing? Whoa, okay, that was going backwards. Cool. Oh, also, fun fact, while we're on the topic of customization and stuff, I actually submitted some car designs from this game for a video that Stickman Guides made for a few months, and it made a few months back. I don't know if you saw that video. Oh no, bro, really? Yeah, that was an epic stunt fail. I can't even lie. I just barely clipped the edge there. I might actually grab a little snack before I go to sleep, but I don't know if you saw that video by Stickman Guides where he did like the CrossWorlds car customization, but at the very end of that video I actually submitted some Team Sonic Racing car designs. He didn't count that as like part of the ranking, like he didn't rank any of my car designs, just because, you know, they're from this game and not CrossWorlds, but you know, it was still really cool of him to include those. But if you look at that video, you'll actually see that the Lightning McQueen design I submitted for that video was actually slightly different because I used the Lightning decal instead of the sponsors. But I thought the sponsor one looked way more accurate, ironically enough. Yeah, you would think that you would use the Lightning decal for, you know, Lightning McQueen, but this looks a lot more like him. I mean, he's even got a number in it. Are you serious? He's even got a number and everything. And, I mean, it looks close enough, you know? There we go, that's the trick I was trying to do. You'll see that trick in the test drive video for this, too. Also, I need to get some rings. Bro, imagine if getting hit with no rings just instantly, like, eliminated you from the race. That would... Oh, give me that. That would be brutal. Thankfully, nothing happens if you get hit with no rings other than, well, you just spin out like you always do, but still, I think it would have been cool if, like, say you get hit with no rings and, like, you take extra damage, like, you get spun out longer. Yeah, I saw your Cars and Stickman's video. It was nice to see you there. Yeah, it was nice to be in that video. Also, shout out to you for watching all the way to the end. But yeah, I guess for the last cup, I'll make like a supersonic car, since I can't really think of any other cars to make for Sonic in this game. So we gotta hit the lab real quick. We gotta hit the garage. I think I can edit this one real quick. Actually, let me go to Sonic, just so I can get the textures. I think I can use Eggman's paint kit. Do that. Boom. Already looking a lot like Supersonic. Now, I wonder, should I use a Supersonic decal for this car, or just leave it, like, plain? Ooh, wait, that looks cool. And I could give him like a white aura. Or I could make it all yellow, maybe? Oh, that looks sick. I might have to make it a different texture so it can stand out from the rest of the car, though. Actually, I might just leave it, like, kind of plain. I love this remix, I'm not gonna lie. Yo, what's up, Lucky7? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Yeah, this is a really good remix. And no, that's not a hot take at all. A lot of people love this remix. I kind of like how the metallic paint looks. It gives it a bit of a golden look, but I'll go through all the textures. Actually, I'll see if I can... Is there another paint kit that has yellow, white, and red? See, this is why I'm glad CrossWorlds is giving us the option to make our own paint kits. Because this aspect of the customization is very limited. Oh wait, Shadow. I can use his paint kit for this. No, that's not really yellow. That's more of an off... Like, that's more of an orange color. Hang on, let me see if I can make Shadow's Dark Reaper, actually. Let me see if I can make that. Yo, wait, that actually looks sick. Wait, okay, do you guys want to see Sonic in the quote-unquote Dark Reaper, or do you want to see a Supersonic car to end it off? Because I could do either one. Actually, let me... Wait, hang on. Before I do the Dark Reaper, let me go through here and just kind of... oh wait, hang on, wrong color. Let me just see how this looks.
Sweet, let's do this.
Let me change out the performance parts. Let's see. Actually, I'll make another paint job just for Shadow. Let me see. Ooh, do I replace the gold paint or do I replace this? Ooh, that's a tough call. Because this is meant for like the All-Stars racing car. So he can... I guess I could just make this... I could just turn off the lights for his default preset. I forgot. I don't know why you can't just like change the color of the glow even when you don't have a glow part equipped. I think that's a really dumb limitation that you have to go out of your way to be like, oh, I don't have any glow parts equipped, let me switch to the performance parts tab and put one on just so I can change how that looks. I think that's pretty dumb, but there we go. I changed Sonic's preset to be that. So I can replace this with a Shadow paint job. That's so funny. I can just use Sonic's paint job to make like Shadow colors, but I think it does look slightly better with Shadow's paint kit. Okay, hang on. One more thing.
Okay, let's race.
Alright, so I'm gonna let you guys decide whether I do a Supersonic car or whether I do a Shadow car to end things off. And I know you're probably asking why not just play as Shadow at that point. Well, I've been playing as Sonic this entire time, I might as well.
Great, let's get this party started.
So this is how the Supersonic car would look. Pretty nice, right? And let's see. Ooh, I like that, okay. And this is how the quote-unquote Dark Reaper would look. I like that this is literally just a recolor of the CrossWorlds car I made earlier, the Speedster Lightning replica. Wait, this actually looks... Wait, this actually goes so hard. Look at this. The only thing is missing is some racing stripes. Let me see if I can add that, actually. Let me see if I can give this car some something resembling racing stripes. I kind of dig that. Which one? The Supersonic car or the Shadow car?
Okay, let's race.
Oh wait, wrong thing. Hang on, let me see if I can give it something resembling, like, racing stripes. Take fade. I'll take the fade thing and just make it all red. There we go. It doesn't really look like stripes to me. Try and maybe... Ooh, wait. Wait. Hold up. This might be it, chat. This might be the winner. I'll go through some other decals, though. But that might be... Okay, I kind of dig that. But, I don't know. Flames just don't really fit Shadow's aesthetic like that. The lightning bolts are cool, too, but... I'm looking for something that kind of looks like racing stripes, you know? The sunset one is cool, but... Again, I'm looking for, like, racing stripes. Okay, let me see this. Let me see how this looks. Yeah, no. Waves, maybe? Yeah, no, absolutely not. Yeah, honestly, I think this is the best one out of them all. Both mainly for referring to Shadow. Okay, I can do the Dark Reaper to end it off. Have Sonic driving a Shadow's car. Oh, wow. That goes so hard. That goes hard, actually. I love that. Why does this almost look better than the actual Dark Reaper that's in this game? Alright, but here we go. Where is Shadow anyway? There he is. He gets to start right up front. Let's do this. I was like, there's no way I'm doing this unless Shadow himself is also racing. Oh no, Tails, no! He pushed me into the wall. Alright, here we go. This car actually handles really nicely. There's Shadow. Look at that, Shadow. Oh, damn it. Look at that, Shadow. I'm riding your whip better than you. Whoa. Oh, he's mad. He's mad I'm driving his car. Alright, get back here, Shadow. No! No! Oh, of course I fell off. And of course Shadow is the one that's in the lead the whole time. Of course he's like the rival character for this Grand Prix. Yep, that puts Shadow back. Oh, wait, no, Metal Sonic. Oh, no, no. Get out of here, buddy. Get out of here. Oh, never mind. That didn't go far enough. Who did that? I want names. Oh, take this. Gotcha. I love that explosion sound the rocket makes. It's so satisfying to listen to. Dude, this is actually so cool. Like having Sonic driving Shadow's car. Well, I have thought about doing something like this in the past, but this is like my best attempt at it. This is awesome. Dude, this song slaps so hard. I also really love the final lap version of this song. I love how the Gray Quake is just useless on like wider tracks. But like on like most of the All-Stars racing tracks that are like more narrow, like the Quake is actually really effective on those tracks. Can you guys believe this is basically the final, like, main stream that I'm doing for the marathon? Oh, get back! Okay. Can't start getting too sentimental yet. I still have some races to win. But still, can you get, like, we are so close to the end of this marathon. Like, okay, CrossWorlds itself is also going to be part of the marathon, just like how I did for Shadow Generations. I still need to make an Ultimate Shadow Marathon playlist. I'll probably do that after this stream or in the morning, but yeah, 104 rings just gone, just like that. Wait, I had 104 rings? I had 100 and... Wait, hang on, let me see, how many rings? I had 195 rings before I got hit. I'm gonna have to do Shadow and the Speed Star in my copy of TSR. I'll try to make that after this, actually. That might be fun. Alright, next race. Haunted Castle. Let's do this. Wow, it's almost 3 in the morning for me. Alright, 3 races to go. Here we go. I'm coming for you, Shadow. Wait, where is he? Oh, he started in the back? Okay, here we go. Try to get one of these. Oh! I think that might have actually helped me a little bit. That, like, bump just now. Of course I got Shadow with that. Who else? Dude, this track would actually go so hard as a Sonic Riders Zero Gravity track. I almost said Sonic Free Riders, but no, I meant Zero Gravity. Just because of like all the 90-degree turns and like the gravity shenanigans. Like this track would fit that game really well, actually. It's kind of weird that none of the Sonic racing games really get like custom track mods. I think since Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is like an Unreal Engine game, I think that game is probably going to be easier to mod, so we can probably expect to see, like, track mods for that game. If I had to guess, we'll probably get tracks modded in from older Sonic racing games, like, you know, some tracks from this game, All-Stars Racing, and Transformed, more than likely. But we could also get track mods, bringing in tracks from, like, Mario Kart, unless Nintendo has something to say about that, but, you know, maybe even Crash Team Racing, you know, just tracks from other racing games. Dude, imagine, like, a Cars 2, the video game track, modded into Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. That would go so hard, actually. but I'm not necessarily counting on that game having like track mods yet. Like that's not a guarantee yet. Just gonna get rid of that one. Also, this song slaps so hard. But yeah, I almost feel like whoever designed this track might have been partially inspired by Zero Gravity. Because this track reminds me a lot of something from that game. Dude, I'm actually killing it right now. Oh, just completely skipped. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Oh, well, I still got past it, but skipped most of the Quake just now. I love that shortcut that you can take at the end, by the way. Where you can, like, jump down and take an even bigger shortcut than the intended one. That's awesome. I'm using a shortcut to create a shortcut. That's awesome. Especially with the with the recent Unleashed recomp. I've heard about that. Yeah, Cars 2 actually got decompiled on PC. And thank God, because the PC version that was officially released of Cars 2 was a port of the Wii version, which had much worse graphics. Why wasn't the PC version of Cars 2 just the 360 version? Why didn't they just do that in the first place? Imagine the Cars 2 oil rig tracks in CrossWorlds. Oh, that would be amazing. Like, imagine if for lap 1 is whatever the first one was called, and then for the second one is Pipeline Sprint. That would be awesome. Or wait, was Pipeline Sprint the first track in the game, or... No. Pipeline Sprint was the first track in the game. Whatever the second version of the oil rig was in Cars 2, that would be really cool for, like, the final lap. That caused some destruction, I already know. Out of my way, Zavok. Dude, I'm actually really loving this. Why does Sonic in a shadow-themed car actually go so hard? I meant so hard. I forgot to put the D at the end of that word. I don't know why I did, but... yeah, why does Sonic in a shadow-themed car actually go so hard? But yeah, I gotta do the reverse of this. I gotta have, like, Shadow in a Sonic-themed car. We gotta make this go full circle. Oh, give me that. Bro, I've been getting Shadow over and over with this Grand Prix. It's actually so funny. I'm using his car and I'm just bullying him throughout the races. I know during the, like, after this Grand Prix, Shadow is gonna be like, the more you talk, the harder I want to hit you. Maybe time constraints, budget cuts. Wait, what are we? Oh, the Wii version being the PC. Yeah, no, that was stupid. Did they think PCs at the time weren't able to handle the graphical fidelity of the Xbox 360 and PC version? It could be that, yeah. They probably just underestimated the PC version. Or, let's be real, they probably just didn't care. But anyway, final race for pretty much this whole marathon. Well, not the whole marathon, but like the main part of this marathon. Before we move on to the extra stuff and then CrossWorlds itself. Oh man, and then you got this bittersweet music playing too. Oh man. Wait, no, this is actually such an insane send-off to the marathon. Shout out to this also for being the first marathon that I actually finished on this channel. Actually, no, that's not true. I finished the Ultimate Shadow Marathon, but this is like the first one that I finished, like, and I feel satisfied with, you know? I did have to cut some things out from this marathon, like Sonic Riders and Zero Gravity, and, okay, pretty much all of the Riders games, but with how this marathon is right now, I'm satisfied with it. Like, the only thing left now is CrossWorlds itself. I don't know why it's not letting me do barrel rolls right now. Also, I'm so excited to play through this track with all of you in CrossWorlds. You know, no time for the sappy stuff. It's time to race, baby. Big boost. I always really loved that, like, huge boost you get when you land there. I can probably read chat during this race. There are a lot of long straightaways. I can probably take a sneak peek at chat here. Cry about it. Hang on, I'll try to read chat in a second. Hang on, guys. I had a chance to read chat just now, but I missed it. It's so funny. This is literally my 4th time playing Sky Road this stream. But it's a cool send-off, I'm not gonna lie. It's a cool send-off for this game. Not necessarily this marathon, but for this game, you know? And this won't be the last you see of this game on this channel. Don't worry, I'm still planning on doing more with it. Nice. Okay, I can read chat in just 1 second. Let me get on this straightaway again and I can read chat for a second. Let me see. And we back to Sky Road? Yes, sir. Let's see. I'll read the rest after this race. Hang on. It's actually really hard to read chat and play games at the same time. Like, especially fast-paced games like this, where, you know, you constantly have to be looking at what you're doing. You know, it's not like a platformer or even like a puzzle game or something where you can just stop for a second without actually pausing the game and just, you know, look at chat for a second. Like, no, this game requires my full attention. Man, that was an awesome way to end this off. I used the intro flyby theme for Sky Road as in a new outro I made for my channel. Nice! You'll see in my next proper video whenever that comes out. Probably will be in a while. Hey, no worries. Speaking of which, do you plan on streaming the open network test? Yeah, I'm going to be streaming that next weekend. I'm planning on streaming that all 3 days as live. I think day 1, I'll try the offline modes, like I'll do Grand Prix and time trials, and then I'll do online races for that. Day 2, obviously they have the Joker Marathon, or not Joker Marathon, sorry, Joker Festival. So I'll be trying out Joker for the very first time, which is really exciting. And then day 3, I don't know, day 3, I might do open lobbies with you guys. Well, I'll probably end off each stream with a lobby, but for day 3, I think that full stream is just going to be lobbies with you guys. But one more thing before we go. Well, I'm going to make a little edit to this car, well, this paint job, I should say. For the glow part, I almost wonder if I should turn that off. Hang on, let me see how that looks. Like, let me look at Shadow's car for comparison. Oh, I should probably make the rims black just to match. Actually, I don't really know if I like how that looks, to be honest. I think the white rims look better. But let me see. Let me see if it looks better with or without the neon. I'm not doing another cup, I'm just looking.
Sweet, let's do this.
That actually looks a little bit more accurate. I like how it looks with the neon, but this looks more accurate to Shadow's car. And by you guys, you basically just mean you and Classic. I mean, whoever else comes in for the closed network test, if anybody else does. The thing is, I don't think Classic has, I don't think he has an online subscription. So I don't know if he'll be able to play. But right, let's do Sonic Speedstar for Shadow, and then we can end off the stream. I might even do one quick race with this. I think the front can probably stay the same, the back... Man, it's a lot harder to do this for Shadow than it was for Sonic. Oh, hold up, okay. Yep, I had the whole seance stuff from earlier because no one else was here. Yeah, that's true, nobody else is here. Oh, boy. I don't even know if you can really do that. Like, there's these wheels, sure, but hang on, let me see if I can change the front. Really, I mean, his car already looks kind of similar to Sonic's car. Like, hang on, let me back out and go to local play. Let's do a Final Fortress track. Let's do Thunder Deck. I just realized I can probably do, like, solo races for all the Final Fortress tracks. That's so funny, seeing Shadow with a Shadow-themed paint job. That's funny. Oh, actually, hang on, let me fix that real quick. I forgot to make the textures match Shadow for that particular paint job. Hang on, let me fix that real quick. There we go, that's better. I forgot it was a different texture. Actually, I just want to see how this looks. I think I'll play with Sonic for the last few races too, but I just want to see how this looks. I don't... Oh. Never mind, I don't have the Sonic paint job anymore, I forgot. I really hope I can play the online and the open network test without an online subscription. Okay, fair. I mean, I'm just gonna I mean, I don't have a subscription for NSO, but I'm just gonna pay and be happy. Depends on the platform. Wait, what do you mean depends on the platform? What's that in response to? Let's see. There we go. That's the CROSSWORLDS look. I think I might just use this car. Well, actually, I'll use this car for a turbine loop. Okay, I already had it selected.
Sweet, let's do this.
So I'll use the Speedster Lightning for turbine loop, and then I'll use the Cyclone for Dark Arsenal, and then I'll use the Speedstar Mark 1 for Thunder Deck. I think that's a good way to end off the stream. So here we go, pulling out the Speedster Lightning again. I'm going to restart. I gotta get that start boost. There we go. I love this remix. Oh, I barely dodged those. Interesting that those, like, off-road sections, I guess you could call them, they aren't really off-road sections anymore. Like, they're not really as rough as they used to be in All-Stars Racing. Like, you can just kind of glide across them. I like that they added that egg pawn there to kind of discourage you from trying to... Oh, really? Oh, shut up, Knuckles. Of course he taunted me. I know that was meant for another racer, but the timing of that line is just diabolical. Alright, I gotta catch up. Lap 2, baby. Oh, you're cooked, Knuckles. I got 3 boosts in a row. But see, that part would have been like off-road in All-Stars Racing, and it would have been very bumpy. I could have probably done 2 tricks. Yeah, you can do 2 tricks off of the... See, I like that I'm still learning strats for this game, you know? Like, I feel like there's always something you could be learning in this game. Even if it's like minuscule stuff, I like that you can always learn new stuff in this game. That's nice. Uh-oh. Oh, give me that. Perfect timing. Thank you. Bro, that invincibility was crazy. I got that at the perfect time. I actually... Hang on, give me 1 second. That invincibility came in so clutch. Oh no. Nope. Playing without a subscription online, fair. Maybe a mid-game, but stuff like that can be pretty nice. Fair enough, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't really call this game mid, but... I mean, it is always nice to learn new stuff in a game that's been out for, like, ever, you know? Alright, so next is time for the Cyclone. No, keep those. Perfect. I do really wish this game let you make like preset cars. That would have been nice. That's kind of a minor criticism. Here we go. Nice, I get to just pass through everybody here. Alright, give me that shadow. Oh no! Wait, please don't take the... Oh, somebody took it. Now I'm wishing I didn't to get the burst from Shadow, because I would have rather had that invincibility. Ooh, bro, somebody just got wrecked up there. They just got obliterated by items. I don't know who that was, but they just got obliterated. Alright, can I make it? Okay, Shadow made it, so I should be able to. There we go. It actually kind of fits that I'm playing this with the Sonic Drift car, because this track is kind of designed similarly to a Sonic Drift track. Like, it's a very simple track. Alright, can I make it through? Okay, yes I can. Nice. Call me a green light call me a green light ride the way I'm catching the green lights. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the Games Cage. Today and only today, we're going to be playing Dark Arsenal and Team Sonic Racing with the Cyclone from Sonic Drift. Let's get right into the video. Shout out Fidel, I am gonna get hit by this guaranteed. Wait, I could have probably... No, there's no way I could have dodged that. See what I mean? Like, on narrow tracks like this, the Quake is, like, damn near impossible to avoid. I don't think... Oh, I could have probably gone through, but... I just decided to go around. Also, fun fact about the Cyclone build I'm using, this is actually like a super balanced car. I don't know if you guys saw the stats before I started this race, but the stats for this car are actually really balanced. Like, it's like all of the stats for this car are just about the same. Like, they're all pretty much right in the middle. It's a very balanced car. So it's nice, like, it's a nice reference to an older game, and it's just a really balanced car in general. It's kind of nice, actually. Oh man, I'm catching all the red lights now. You know, I actually saw Fidel once in Sonic Rumble. That's pretty cool. According to Sonic fans, yes, there is a wrong opinion. True. Let me see. This psychopath that prefers this game over Transformed. Someone actually got mad at me for saying that once, and we got into an argument. It was a mess. Yeah, that's just this community in a nutshell. Ultra and I had a moment here where we were talking about toxic Sonic Riders fans. Yeah, that discussion was something I'm not gonna go over it again. You can rewind to the stream after I'm done, but yeah, no, toxic Sonic Riders fanboys are just the worst. Oh wait, hang on. Oh wait, no, that's good. That's perfect. And this is... Okay, this is the final race for real this time. Because I had realized, like, wait, I never did solo races for the Final Fortress tracks in this game. So yeah, this is it. This is the last bit of, like, new content for this game.
One giant driving hazard.
Also, I love the music here. Also, you know what I just realized? Like, Sonic's turbojets kind of look similar to what Eggman has on his car. Alright, I can make it through. Yep.
Nothing but net vector.
Nice.
Up for the lead.
Also, I saw Lucky 7 say that this game is kind of a step down compared to the previous two, and yeah, I can kind of see that, but at the same time, like, just looking at this game in a bubble, it's pretty fun still. Like, just as its own game, this game is really good in my opinion. Like, yeah, maybe not better than Transformed, but I'd still say this is a really good game. I mean, I have a lot of fun whenever I play this game. And I think this game is what... I'm not gonna make it. Rare instance of Sonic actually being too fast. I think with his default car, I would have been going just fast enough, but also just slow enough to make that. But I think because I'm in a faster car right now, I was going too fast and just ended up hitting the laser. I didn't even consider, oh, I'm in a faster car, it's going to, the cycle is going to be a little bit different for that. I don't actually know if that was my cube or not, but I'm not trying to fuck around and find out. I know this one is mine. Imagine if that was another racer's cube, like they just put it in the same exact spot I did. That would have been funny. One interesting thing about this track is there are a lot less egg pawns here. And the ones that are here aren't really a threat. Oh, come on. Really? Oh! Oh, come on. Really, Shadow? You're still hating on me? Alright, we got it, though. We got it. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna take this path again. Because apparently this path is actually slightly faster. I learned that from doing the Factory Frolics mission in All-Stars Racing. I don't know whose cube that is, but I'm not trying to find out. That one is mine, so that's good. And finished! Let's see. Speaking of which, Michael Yurchak's jet has kind of grown on me. Yeah, it's actually a really cool jet voice. I think he sounds a lot better in this, well, not this game, but CROSSWORLDS than he did in Team Sonic Racing. Not Team Sonic Racing, sorry, Free Riders. I didn't think they'd get that guy back. I thought they would have recasted Jet. Yeah, that makes sense, especially since he hasn't been in one of these games for so long. I guess it's a pretty big surprise considering A, it's been well over a decade, and B, Free Riders was a dumpster fire, and people just hated his voice for Jet anyway. But with all that being said, I think that's going to do it for this stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. Cheesy YouTuber outro. And tomorrow, we're actually going to be streaming, again, Ridge Racer 6. I'm going to be streaming... Actually, I don't know if that's long enough to stretch out into entire... I could probably stretch that out into an entire stream. I don't know. We'll see. Because I could probably just make that a video. Actually, no, that might be long enough to make into like a short stream for tomorrow. I think that might last for like an hour and a half. But if I do stream Ridge Racer 6 tomorrow, I'll probably do like I'll do all the tracks with Pac-Man and all the reverse tracks too. That'll be like good for a stream. But if somehow that game isn't long enough, I actually do have a backup game. It's this indie racing game that I've mentioned before called Slipstream. I might play a little bit of that on stream too. Or actually, I might just dedicate the entire stream tomorrow to that game. I don't know. I'll probably open a poll in the morning and let you guys vote. But yeah, it's your boy Ultra signing off for now. Peace. Take care, everyone.